Hey everybody, it is Joker from Players Wanted. With me is the Brax man from the Boneyard. Nomad, where the hell is Nomad 1 went off to?
I'm backstage.
And
I got to turn the camera.
Greg Reese will be joining us in a little bit here. He's on his way home. He's actually the one that wanted to stream so bad. So I'm not in Jax. All right. So I'm going to be addressing some people in chat and everything else. Give me 1 second here. There's Nomad 1's back in the stream. Somebody's getting a message to come in. I will go ahead and address a lot of what you're saying right now, Tack. In fact, I'll even send you a fucking link if you want to get in here and defend and listen and actually talk about this. Because the reality that came up is Raptor Airsoft announced that they're opening up back live again. So when they opened up that they're back live, that's not a big problem for me. That's not the issue. The issue that comes up is the flat out lies that they're telling the player base and the overcharging that is happening to the customers. All right. So I'm actually pulling it up now. It's just for some reason my computer's taking a second here.
Hi, Brax.
Okay. Yeah, everybody, this is Brax. Let's go over to the people that are there. Braxton from the Boneyard. He's actually a field owner, so he has unique insight into this. Being a field owner, I'm pretty sure that he'll be able to call bullshit where he sees it.
I can smell it. I smell it. The Raptor smells it.
Hello, Randy, and everything else. Tack, to answer that quick question, does Miami have more than one field? No, Miami has one field. It's Miami Airsoft. Down in Homestead, which is about an hour and a half away from me, is Matrix, which I don't go to. That's simple. However, I will travel all over the place to play Airsoft. So let's go over and talk about what we're going to talk about here. What's the actual problem that we have? And I need to share my screen real quick. Let's see. There we go. All right. For those of you who might not be able to read this, it says, "Glory to Jesus, Raptor Airsoft reopens. Raptor Airsoft reopens this Saturday, January 30th, but we are closed this Sunday, January 31st, because the county has closed us the last Sunday of every month. Price and adjustment. There's been the price adjustments on the field requirements due to the conditions placed on us by the county. In addition, Raptor Airsoft has been closed since August 11th, 2020, which has kept us out of business for 6 months." I'm going to hurt people with making all that noise. In order for us to remain open, we must be able to pay all these fees: engineering fees, county fees, lawyer fees, planner fees, environmental fees, construction fees, the cost of running our family business, mortgage, taxes, insurance, inventory, advertisement, workers, maintenance of the property, maintenance of the trucks, bathroom, and upgrades construction mandated by the county. 2 handicapped parking spaces, signs for parking, new wrought iron fence, which should be wrought iron fence, no signs for parking, signs for no parking, official site plan. Changes per the county. Admission raised in field bio BBs required to purchase. Package 1, single player, $50 a player, $30 all day admission, $20 for 0.25, 40 count, 4,000 count BBs. Package 2, single player, $55 a player, $30 all day, $25, 0.25, 5,100 count BBs. Package 3, single player, $55 a player, $30 all day, $25, 0.28 BBs, 35 count BBs. Package 4, birthday all day admission, $75, 3 bags of BBs per group. Rental guns, $50 a gun / $10 security deposit. Closed last Sunday of every month. 3 sign online waiver each visit. You will not risk our business being shut down. If you use your own BBs, you will be banned. Okay, so let's go over this real quick. The problem that comes up with this statement that got the entire South Florida community fired up. And I can't wait for Greg to get in here, because as a business owner, Braxton.
Yes.
Would you say that putting a restriction of forcing people to buy only your BBs, is that a valid thing to do? 1, 2, $20 for a 4,000 count of 0.25 BBs of bio BBs. How expensive is that?
That's relatively expensive. But first off, I'm going to address the making people use their own BB or use their field BBs. There is a field here. I'm not going to name it. It's caused a lot of drama in the Indiana community that requires you to use their field BBs. They say it's an insurance thing. I have dealt with quite a few extreme sport insurance companies, and that's bullshit. It is not an insurance thing.
Well, let me just quote this. That they were forced to use that bio BBs were only supposed to be allowed to use on their field per the county. That was one thing that we stressed, that because they're shooting into Ocala National Forest, that they should be in fact bio BBs. There's no reason to really not use bio BBs when you're an outdoor field to begin with. There was no restriction by the county to force them that Raptor has to provide the bio BBs.
Yes. Okay. So it's common knowledge for any business. Not a lot of players know, but any business field owner knows that forcing people to use field BBs is just a ploy to make money, period. That's what it is. Because at the end of the day, there's no real way to track what BBs are in your gun. You can make your field BBs a certain color, but at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do. It's straight up just a business ploy.
Actually, no, because even the county addressed that fact, that if they are trying to enforce it and some asshole comes onto the field, violation of bringing non-bio BBs onto the field, then if Raptor does nothing about it because they know about it, they're screwed, period. But if they know about it, they could kick the person off for using non-bio BBs. The fact is that they can offer to sell bio BBs. They could say you can only bring bio BBs, and we need to inspect your BBs before you go in. That's simple. They don't need to force you to not only buy their bio BBs, but per their own comments and their own threads, that if you next time you come back out, if you bought a 4,000 bottle of BBs, you have to buy another 4,000 bottle of BBs. You can't use the ones you just bought from them. So again, their line is bullshit. The reason why they're doing it is they probably spent over $250,000 in construction fees, maintenance fees, paying off all the crap that they had to pay off.
Now they're
trying to take it out on the players themselves.
Now they're spending all this money. Keep in mind, because they didn't do things right to begin with.
No, they just have to. You can bite the beat. You know what, Tack? If you want to be that sort of if you want to be that abstinence about it, really simple. You could just say, "Show me the bottle of BBs that you have," and they show it's bio. They've done their job to at least mediate that portion of what they're supposed to do. Look at the bottle. If the bottle is a brand new sealed bottle of BBs from HPA, guess what? HPA only sells what? Anybody can answer that question? Bio BBs. Yes, I'm dead serious. You're acting so abstinent because they're forcing customers to spend 20 to 30% above MSRP for a bottle of BBs.
I'll pull up my wholesale pricing right now, and we'll see.
Not even wholesale. MSRP.
No, I'll pull up my wholesale, which shows me map pricing and everything. So hang on. I'll look up. Let's see, hang on. Do we know what brand they're selling?
Not for sure, but I mean, you can look at the top 3 bio BBs: Vulcan, Elite Force, and HPA. I know for a fact.
Look at Valken, because I know Valken provides field BBs, which are a certain color. So
we're gonna go off. We're gonna start with this, and we're gonna kick off. And yes, I'm a little bit hot about this, Tack. That's fine. They could charge whatever they like, but we
just because it's capitalism doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah. So yes, it's called capitalism. They could charge whatever they like. Guess what? We as the players, we as the community, don't have to like it, and we can speak up against it. What part of this do you not understand? Automatic ban. Automatic for a moment. One of you need to mute yourself. I could hear.
So wait, it's 4,000 rounds?
Check.
That's better. Yeah. It's 4,000 rounds. 0.25.
For what, $20?
Yeah, but Tack, you know what, dude? That's the beauty about this. We all can discuss it, but here's the fact is you have a field owner right here. Is it legitimate or is it bullshit to force people to buy bio BBs when the county mandates it? In other words, not only do you have to force them to buy bio BBs, but they bought a bottle from you, Braxton. They come back the next day or the week later. You force them to buy another bottle. They can't use what they already have. So
I think forcing someone to buy our field BBs, period, is bullshit. I think it's completely bullshit when they could seriously they could just as easily. All they need to do is prove that they're doing something to prevent non-bios being used. Like, say, check as long as legally, at least as far as I know, in my state, all they got to do is like, hey, look, this says bio, and they're like, you're good to go, and that's all they need to do to prove that they are doing their part.
Hey, Thomas. Okay, paintball's been doing it for years. Absolutely right, they have been. And
But
guess
here's the
what?
thing: paintballs you can freeze. You can do a lot of things to make them more dangerous. Where airsoft, it's 6mm. It's a safety thing when it comes to paintball. It's not with airsoft. You get into .12s, but you kind of defeat that at chrono. You can kind of get into the fragment situation with .12s and the air pocket and stuff in them, but it's not a safety issue as much with airsoft. It's a money-making thing. And they honestly, Raptor wouldn't be in this position if they did everything right from the beginning. And they've even said that they're trying to recoup all their losses. So it's blatant. They're doing the field BB things for money.
And just for the record, I'm not mentioning anything about the religious beliefs. It's no secret that we don't believe my religious beliefs do not align with their religious beliefs. That's irrelevant. I know some other people are going to have issues with it and they're going to bring it up and they're going to talk about it. But that's not what the problem is. The problem is that they are ripping off the customer. And as a consumer, and as being in that industry as a consumer, I can totally use my platform to voice my opinion. I'll even give you a platform to voice your opinion because I don't care. I like debate. But the problem is that this is a blatant ripoff of the consumer. Oh, yeah, Spider, it was total. I've already had COVID. Yeah, it was totally like social distance was broken when I gave Greg the piggyback. But he needed it, man. His legs were not working Saturday night.
I can attest to that. Greg was in dire need of assistance. Yes.
Yeah, that was the only way he was going to get brisket. So, hold on.
Hey, Joker, what weight and what is 4,000 count of what weight?
0.25s.
2.5s of 4,000?
Yep.
Okay, well, the MSRP map on for 0.25, 4,000 count right here of HPA, and I guarantee you they're not HPA BBs, is $17. So they are minimum $3 over MSRP on what some people consider the highest end BBs you can get.
And ladies and gentlemen, what is the price of that? What is the percentage? Oh, it's 22 what percent? Just asking. Just
I'll tell you the markup on HPA BBs.
I don't remember the
HPA BBs is $17 a bottle. I have that price sheet.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, they're looking. If it's HPA bottle, they're getting about $9 in profit per bottle estimated. If they're charging $20 a bottle, if they're doing
hold on, TAC, you don't understand, man. That's not the price that they pay for it, is what they charge for it. They get it at a wholesale price. The MSRP, the set price that I give you a bottle of BBs to sell, it's Joker's BBs. I tell you it's $13 as the price to sell, and you sell it for $20. Not only are you getting the discount, that you're getting the wholesale price, so you're say half that, so $6. You're getting an additional $6 on top of that. It's called price gouging, sir. That's what people don't like about it. What part of this do you not understand?
Who is this tax shooter guy anyway?
He's a guy that was even at Overwatch. That was at Overwatch 6. That he evidently loves them so much. The point is that it's not a matter of charity. It's not a matter about profit, dude. They caused their entire financial problem, right? So was I around when they got shut down and they started getting fined, what, $60 a day or some shit? No, I wasn't. Or no, $300 a day. I was nowhere around. I haven't even been to Raptor Airsoft. I wasn't at Raptor Airsoft until a year after they started getting fined. I didn't even speak out against anything until way after I was already that the shit hit the fan with them when they got shut down. So I don't want to hear. So this isn't me doing it. This is Raptor doing this to themselves.
Yeah, they're doing all this. They've all done this all to themselves. And I guarantee you they're not selling HPA BBs. They're probably selling G&G or Elite Force, and they're probably looking at, let me see here. Let me see. 4,000. Nope, that's larger count.
As a player, they're not going to do anything for players who are coming with their own equipment either.
Yeah, they're making generally with their price hike at least $10 to $12 a bottle, which is about a 50% profit. Which is, anyone out there who does airsoft retail, is ridiculously huge profit margin for airsoft.
It's not going to their field, sure, but we could still talk about it because of how it harms the industry. I guess people don't understand this.
Think of it this way. If you're a first-time player and you've never played airsoft other than, say, your backyard or your friend's backyard, that thing, and you're like a 14-year-old or something, and your parents finally break down and are like, yeah, cool, finally we'll let you go to a big field. And they take you to, say, Raptor, and they see, holy crap, this is expensive. Or honestly, say they're there and there's someone doing a freaking sermon in the middle of the event. They're probably not going to let you go to another one.
A closed field harms the industry. No, not if it's a bad actor field. I'm sorry. Look, there are many fields there's several fields that I've been to that I don't like, that I will not go back to again, just because of the way that if any of the fields that are watching this that I haven't been out to in a while, guys, this probably does not pertain to you. Trust me. But there's many fields I won't go back out to again because of the way that things were handled on the field and everything else. You don't see me blasting them. For me, a content creator that makes his money, that generates all his content, is by going to fields, is standing up against a field. Something should ping inside your guys' head that there's a problem here.
Okay,
right?
So
And
freedom of speech, yes, it's a very good and big thing, but there's a difference between freedom of speech and freedom of repercussions.
Thomas, I will let you in a little bit. I actually have several people that are queued up that want to be a part of that want to be inside. You just got to give me a few. Let me get through a lot of the stuff here. I'm waiting for Greg Reese to get on. In fact, when Greg gets on, I'm kicking one of the Nomads off. Probably Nomad 3.
We'll jump. We're literally sitting right next to each other.
Exactly. Because the fact is, when you have people that are standing up that don't speak out, that hardly ever say anything negative, are now suddenly really pissed off at this, it says something. Well, TAC fucked up. They fucked up. They fucked up big. They were running an illegal business for over a year, man. So that's the first part of it, right? I follow the rules of the state of Florida. My businesses are registered. I have to follow through everything that it has to go through. So that's my job. You know, as a business owner, I have to do that. The other way they fucked up is that they pissed off all their neighbors around. All their residents in that community hate them because of the way Juan and Alcira treated them. And we're not talking about little things. He harassed the shit out of Miss Murphy. So then, on top of that, they lied during the county meeting. I mean, flat out lied to try to benefit them. That's bullshit, man. That's fine. You don't get a complaint because you were a player on the field, dude. That's you. You're a player on the field. You know? And look, I interacted with you. I'm not the local PD. It has nothing to do with me being a local PD, man. It's the fact of what Raptor caused every single thing that's led up to this point. I didn't cause all of it. The only thing I did was stand up in a meeting and said half the crap that they're saying is complete and utter bullshit. They're bad actors inside the community. They're polluting the environment, and that they should not have the chance to reopen. The county gave them that chance to reopen, and the first thing they do is they now gouge the shit out of their customer base. And then they blame everybody else for their problems that they've created. So please tell me how I'm responsible for them making burn pits, digging them up and put them down there, because I wasn't even the one that reported that. That was somebody else. I reported it after it was already reported. Explain to me how I pissed off the residents that were around there. Explain to me how they had thousands, hundreds of thousands, or $63,000 or $67,000 in fines at the point of them being shut down. Now they can. The berm having to be increased, that the bio-BB requirement had to be there. Sure, but they can't blame me for the noise ordinance.
There should have been a bio-BB requirement to begin with.
What I don't respect the ruling. This has nothing to do with the ruling, man.
I feel like tax shooter's just arguing to argue.
He loves the field so much because he's like, because he has to drive further. X-Plex is 15 minutes away. Wasteland Ops is 45 minutes away. Wayne's World is 50 minutes away, you know, from there. Then you also have Black Tiger Airsoft, which is another field that is not, which is probably I think maybe an hour and a half away. You have Op 31, which is about 2 hours away. You have Stampede Airsoft with their field, which is about probably two and a half hours away. I could pull them up there. The ruling allows them to reopen with a conditional plan. We're not arguing that the county allowed them to reopen. We're arguing the fact that they're fucking over their customers. What part of this do you not understand? I'd love to see that.
Gotta feel like Technicolor's brain is mush.
Well, so that's the first part of it, right? So let's talk about the other things, like just the BBs alone, forcing people to pay for bio BBs, forcing to buy bio BBs each visit that's there is bullshit. It's a moneymaker because they're probably making $9 a bottle.
Honestly, probably closer to 10 or 12. I guarantee you they're not selling.
We'll say I'll say $9 a bottle. You know, giving them that benefit of the doubt. If they get 50 players, that's $450 right there, right? If I do my math right.
That's 50% more money than ticket sales. And you know, a lot of people are going to go through 4,000 BBs in a day, especially newer players.
Not really. I mean, when you're out there playing and all that, I've
is it a full auto field?
I think there are some full autos allowed, but most of the times people don't go through that much. Like most full auto fields I see don't go through. I'm waiting for Reese's. I'm waiting for Greg to come on. I sent him the link. He's having lunch with his son, so we really can't. I really can't stop it. Sorry. So yeah, they're expecting to get an additional $450 per for the day, right? $450 in profit for that. So because they're trying to offset probably the hundreds of $1,000s in fines and everything else they got. And I'm not responsible for combat zone moving. So if you try putting that shit on me, fuck you, flat out. Nobody that's out there is defending that you have to buy their bio BBs every single time. Nobody is defending Raptor for that particular condition. So here's the thing. If Raptor would have came in with any level of humility and saying, hey guys, because we fucked up, we now have to, I don't know why he can't comment. So if they would have came out with any sort of humility, sorry guys, we fucked up, we did things wrong. We had to pay for engineering fees, county fees, and all this other stuff to get up and running. Then most of the players, I think, would have been understanding that they had to increase their prices to go through. But they haven't been. They've never been humble at all. They've always blamed other people for their mistakes. I mean, literally, man. I'll like tell you what, Tack. Here's I'll put my money where my mouth is. Come down to Op 31. Come down Saturday. I'll pay for your admission to go to Op 31. See if you like that field better. If you don't, can't help you. But the fact is, I drive 2 hours every single time that they're open. If I'm not at an event, to play at Op 31, that field. I play that. I've driven to Black Tiger Airsoft. I've driven to Stampede's field up in.
You guys want to talk about driving? There's no fields in Indiana close together. Like the closest field to me is an hour and a half away, and I'm pretty sure. Like I can't. Okay, there's HGK Airsoft. Great people. They do events. I think barely every weekend. Not maybe 2 times a month. We do twice a month. Like. If there's a place that's open every weekend where you guys are, shut the fuck up and quit complaining.
hey, Braxton.
And before me, you were lucky to get an event once a month before the Boneyard opened.
Hey, Braxton.
Yeah.
Miami Airsoft's open 7 days a week.
I know. I'm going to stab you with a rusty spoon next time I see you. I told that to someone the other day, and they're like, what? What is this black magic? 7 days? He gets to play anytime he wants. I was like, yeah, it's freaking bullshit. Like,
the glory of Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Airsoft.
You were literally, if you were lucky to get an event with more than 10 players, maybe once a month, more likely every 2 or 3 before I opened.
Yeah, so
and coming up next month is our 6-year anniversary. So
I pay 4 hours in gas for a weekly skirmish. I've paid 6 hours in gas to go up to Stampede's field to play for a weekly skirmish. I've driven all the way to Jacksonville to play for a weekly skirmish. If you want to play, you play. But again, You have Wasteland Ops and you have Wayne's World. You don't want to drive that far? Tough. The fact is that, I mean, not tough. That's the wrong thing. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to drive. Sorry you don't like X-Plex. But the fact is, people don't like what Raptor has been doing. You're defending the field nonstop. You're not going to convince. Like, I have a queue of people wanting to get in on the stream to talk about the shit they did. So let's go into the next part of it, right? In order to remain open, is pay all these fees. Well, those fees were going to be there regardless. They already pissed off the county for going back decades. It's not. This is nothing new. When we got there, the county commissioners already knew about them. Already knew. They already had it hands down. They knew about it. They had a problem with it. That's why they were under a microscope. The fact is, they were fighting with the county so much that it caused them more heartache. The only reason why they shut down, even though they're under order to shut down, was because their lawyer finally said, "You need to shut down so we can actually get this resolved." You know, so engineering fees, county fees, lawyer fees, planning fees. Yeah, well, you kind of
if you kind of did it right the first time, you wouldn't be in this boat.
Give me 1 second here. Hey, what's up, Deadpool? Hey, this is Deadpool from Warzone Airsoft. And shit just got real. Yes, I am pissed off. I am pissed off that this is happening to our community, and then people like TAC are not understanding what the actual combat, what we all have an issue with. We don't have an issue with the fact that they're reopening. Hey, you want to go there and reopen? Whatever. Microwave. You want to go in there? You want to go in there? You want to go back to the event, to the field? By all means, go back to the field. But the fact is, what they're doing. So that's just a BB thing, right? Let's go down and look at the retail guns. Not the retail, the rental guns. $50.
Oh, yeah, that's some $50 for a gun. It probably doesn't even come with BBs, does it?
It does not say, but it says a $10 security deposit. I'd like to see a raise of hands how many fields that people have been to that actually require a security deposit on a gun. I've been to 32 fields in the past 2 years. I could tell you right now, not a single field ever requires a freaking security deposit.
It's
already in there. It's already it's in there. Sorry. Yes, I know you have an issue with not having any decent fields nearby. I have the similar issue. There's a reason why I don't go down to Matrix Tactical. It's the same sort of condition as Xplex. That's why I drive to Op 31. I'll go to Op 31 anytime they're open, not only because the field, and I played there in ankle deep water, which was fun as shit, but I go there because those people that are at Op 31 have a totally different mentality that make playing fun, even when you're losing your hands losing your ass. All right. Holy shit. There's a lot of comments. All right. So the planning fees, environmental fees, the environmental fees are their fucking problem. They illegally dumped on the property, dude. All right. Somebody else talk for a minute while I catch up on comments because.
Okay. I will. Okay. So our rental guns, we actually stopped doing rental guns because of COVID and rental everything because of COVID. We're planning on starting back up at our birthday event next month on the 20th. But we charge $25 for rental. That's all day. Like our gates open at 9. In the winter, we wrap at 4. In the summer, we wrap around 6. So that gets you a rental gun all day. And it comes with three high caps loaded. I'm not sure. My check-in person does all that. You get 3 full high caps with your rental. And then after that, you have to get your own BBs. But that's literally all day and $25. If your battery dies, we get you another battery, that kind of thing. You're good. But $50 for a rental all day, and a $10 deposit, that's stupid. And we take your ID or like something of yours, like an ID or your keys. We're not super like you don't have anything. We're like just give us something. I mean, so you don't walk off with a gun. And it's not even that we don't trust people; it's that people fucking forget. Like they'll leave it sitting somewhere, or they'll just think and throw it in their car, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Holy crap! I'm getting bombarded here with messages on all sides.
Jesus, that's a lot of frickin'.
And they have, correct me if I'm wrong, people, but don't they have the Vulcan ASL rentals?
Oh God, that's garbage. Dude, I
They're not-
seriously stopped carrying anything Valken because I've had to return, I think it was like 70%, I did the math, of all my Valken stuff I sold.
Deadpool.
I've had the same.
That
Deadpool.
tan gun I have is the Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
Not
Falcon
a
product I've used consistently has just been a pair of gloves, and
Dude,
the only
okay,
reason they're still
only
intact is I
Valken
don't use them.
I bought the Valken, I think it's the Kilo pants, basically the semi-cry knockoffs, and those are pretty decent pants. I like those. That is literally the only thing Valken I've ever bought that wasn't complete garbage.
Hey, Tech, you're right, but that's the reason why rental guns are so cheap. They like most rental guns, and again, field owner. Hey, wait, no, that's right. You were a field owner too, sir. That's even better. I got like 2 field owners on here.
Yeah.
I was just being polite.
So he doesn't want to be in the business of renting guns. I had guns bust within 10 minutes of loaning one to a friend.
We
I
also
get
do
that.
repairs, so that helps things.
Yeah, but at the same time, but correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but aren't the rental guns only like $100?
You can get it. The ones we have are like 110. But here's the thing: they pay for themselves in 4 uses.
Usually, yeah, that's exactly what almost every
And
single.
you get at least 10 to 20 out of them.
Before they break the first time. Now you do have those extreme cases where somebody rolls and falls on it, but here's the thing that I had the last I heard, and well, I'm not even going to report rumor. So if somebody else has not firsthand knowledge of how the rental guns performed, by all means speak up, and I'll give
Okay,
you.
so the rental guns we use the Tippmann AEGs.
No, I'm talking about theirs. You go,
Okay.
but you can go ahead. Tippmann
Okay, we
AEGs.
use the Tippmann AEGs, and they've always had no issues, like minor maintenance, stuff like that. You make sure you adjust the hop-ups, you check them out, just every couple of games, and there's no issues. And here's the thing, though. That rental gun brings you more income than just the $25 use. It also brings you a ticket sale for people who don't have guns. So you're looking at $25 on top of either the $20 or the $30, or sometimes it's one of our bigger events, which are sometimes our 3-day events. So you're getting the $25 for the rental gun, or sometimes $60 for that 2-day event. So that rental gun brings you more than just the money of the gun itself. It brings you the ticket sale for the people who don't have guns. And it'll also bring you more money over time. That new player who just rented that gun, say he has a blast, which almost everyone does, they come back and then they buy a gun from me. Then they buy BBs, and then they come back and they keep playing. And
Couple of comments. You also have rentals for something you can sanitize. You stop rental for something you can sanitize or make fun of you. I was going to say the same thing there, Brax. Does Tippmann warranty their AEGs? Yes, for the first year. I've had a barrel and a half full of dirt, cleaned it out, and that thing still works. I give many people rentals for keys. They don't have money to come out and play. I love Deadpool.
yeah, we do this. Honestly, I don't know how many times someone's come up to me and be like, my gun's broken, and I'll just hand them a rental. Or honestly, for out of rentals, I've gone to my personal collection because I have like 34 airsoft guns. Just gone to the office and been like, here, just have fun. So
the problem that comes up with the stuff that I see is that we have people that decide that, their decision to overcharge. Now, the whole thing that I base my entire channel, everything I do for airsoft is to bring people to the sport. Again, at a major event, I left my team. I took 2 of my technicals, switched it over to the other team. Christian was there for that one to ensure that the game continued and nobody would leave and be disappointed in where the gameplay goes. So I gave up having fun with my friends to switch sides to help out an opposing team have fun.
Make it a bit more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yes. Earl, you're actually right. Do not punish the community for your own fuck up. What you do, what they should have been done if Raptor was actually smart, they would have been contrite and say, I'm sorry, with all the stuff that we fucked up, we have to raise our field prices. I'm not complaining about the $30 field price.
So here's the thing. Hang on. Let me say this. There's a difference with airsoft, like being a field with things in stock, like physically at the location. There's a difference between raising the prices enough just because for the availability and convenience of it, and then gouging. Like, for instance, you could raise the cost of your BBs by like $1 or a little bit because you have them right here. You don't have to order them. Or like, say, green gas, things that people need right then and there. Batteries, you can raise the price just a tiny bit for the convenience of being them there. That's reasonable. $2, $3, that's where you hit the point of unreasonable and gouging. Make sense?
Yeah, so I just want to address one thing from Deadpool.
Yeah,
battle.
Battle Bug is amazing. Joker brought the Battle Bug here up to Indiana to the Boneyard, and it was hysterical.
Yeah, so let's go ahead. It isn't punishment. You have the option to pay or drive away. It is
What if you just drove there from ways away and you have no choice but to buy those boobies?
So what they
You still doing that freezy shit?
I know, man. It's annoying as shit. I really got to get it fixed. But I was actually going to do that today until I was told by somebody who's supposed to be on here.
Fucking Greg!
Get on here, Greg.
Come on, Greg.
My little box for you to stand on.
Give me 1 second here.
Uh-oh.
So
Who's a moron?
I sent him Greg's the moron. I sent them the fucking link already. Yeah, I know, guys. I am amped up right now, but we weren't even supposed to be on today. But when I get a call saying, we better be streaming today, that's when there's an indication that there's a problem that people have with all this. Yeah, we're being called demons and everything else because we disagree with their mentality and the way they performed and did business. Look, I don't care. Man.
Did you know they're hostile when they banned me for just talking about like what they were doing on the first time I ever heard about them? I thought that was hysterical.
Okay, well, here it comes.
Oh, Reese!
Oh, boy.
$50? $50. Are you kidding me?
And I'm just going to go ahead and do this real quick and this real quick. And this is now the Reese show.
Listen,
Begin.
hold on. I'm generally kind of soft-spoken, kind of a nice guy. I do all I can. I love this community. You guys know how I feel about that. There's absolutely, positively no way I can stay quiet about this anymore. No way. Not in the slightest. There's no way you can ask a player to come and play at your field, tell them that they need to cover all of your expenses, and then demand that they buy BBs from you and put that into the package for you to be able to play at the field. And then offer to rent them gear at an exorbitant price and also charge them a security deposit. Are you kidding me? There is no way I can be quiet about this anymore because that is absolutely ridiculous. You're trying to rob the players that are there to support you.
Without newer players, the sport will die. Raptor is flat out price gouging. No need for that kind of business, regardless of debt. The community is not your baby daddy. From Jason Cole. And that's exactly what it is. So now, everybody, let's sort of address something real quick.
Sorry for that, by the way. I'm
that gentleman up there, I've hardly ever seen him publicly go out and be hostile to any other business because Greg is known as the diplomat. Without a doubt, he is known as the diplomat. So if he's coming in and he calls me and say, "Are we fucking streaming?" Tell me we're streaming. There's a problem that's there.
Yeah.
So we only address
Did you put up the
Yeah.
You showed it already,
Yeah,
right? I'm sorry for being late, by the way, guys. Dinner for Dom, his going away dinner and all that. The packages, all of it, it's trickery. This is nothing more than
Well, hold on. There's another problem too that they didn't address in their little thing. They have a cap of 50 players per day. So if you drove 3 to 4 hours to get up there and they're already at their cap, you're fucked.
Yep.
Well, I mean, tack, dude, I get that you're losing a field or that the field is sucking and it's probably not going to be around. Because with these pricings, the likelihood of Raptor being able to stay open is not feasible. It really isn't. They're not going to be able to get the money. I mean, just off of they would have to max out 50 players a day every single time that they're open to get anywhere near 250K in a year. Because that's roughly what I think that they owed with the 67,000 plus the site plan plus the berm and everything else that they got to build. They're at least at 250K in the hole. And if you actually looked at a business plan for an airsoft field, you would. Do you want me to pull him in? He wants me to pull him in.
Yeah, kick him out and pull me.
Yeah, I will back out.
Let me, and you know what? Let me
So
go ahead.
So if you look at the low profitability of airsoft being just a field, you need to do some amazing shit just to make a profit. And if you're going into a business 250K in debt and you don't have a bomb ass fucking shop that is going to generate a lot of business to get you more high profit margin items that are naturally high profit margin items, if you don't have a bomb ass tech to do the tech work and everything else, so you can charge more money for going into tech work, or food and everything else that goes on there, guess what? Your business is going to fail. There's plenty of those that shut down, and that's why there's so many problems with airsoft, because it's a low profit margin for just BBs and guns.
I said this to you earlier, and I'm gonna reiterate it. It's one thing to just charge something. That's fine. I got no problem with that. If one day I showed up at Op and I decided it's $50 a play today, guys, I'm allowed to do that. If that's all I wanted to do, charge whatever the hell I want. To charge it and then lay the blame, lay the burden on the players and essentially accuse them, tell them that we're doing this because you did that. You made us do this. And then build in costs, price gouge, and make it necessary. I feel nothing for them.
Hold on. I want to just tack real quick. Okay, but that's beyond their control. That was imposed by local government. No, it was imposed because of their own issues that they had with running their field. They shot themselves in the foot with a fucking bazooka.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
So, and like, I'm looking at Brax for this, and Christian, when Christian was running Nomad, we've all had fields. We all run this. We all know what profit there is and is not in doing any of this. If you're wanting to try to line your pockets with dough, look, more power to you. Do what you got to do. That's all well and good. But don't put the burden on the player. Don't make them feel like they're responsible for this. And
it's not our fault.
Right. If you are going to do that, if you are going to jack your price, if you are going to, then give them something. Give the players a reason to be there. I will tell you, I said it at Overwatch. I thanked every one of the players at Overwatch. God bless this community. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't do what I'm doing. People come out to Op 31. They come to play. They support us. They buy from us. I'll make up whatever I got to make up in volume. They'll keep coming. They'll keep coming. They'll keep coming. I'm not about to try to crack the bat on every single player.
So right here, $50 plus was a condition for reopening because they were raging dickholes to their neighbors. Look, when you decide during the week when there are no fucking players on the field that you're going to point 8 propane cannons at a person's house and have it firing every 15 seconds, guess what happens when you go to a council meeting?
Yeah,
you totally get.
First rule of like,
those neighbors show up too.
Don't piss off your neighbors.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, okay, we have a little old lady whose house backs up to our parking area, not the field, the parking area. And one day she's been here the entire time, well, since I bought the property. And one day I was after like a Sunday after an event, I was out there and she goes, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Uh-oh." And I walk up and I was like, "Hi." She goes, "So what were you doing yesterday?" This is like last year, by the way. I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "With all the cars and stuff." I was like, "How long have you lived here?" She's like, "Oh, 43 years." I was like, "Never noticed." She's like, "No, noticed what?" I was like, "What?" Anyway, she basically asked me, she's like, "Could you take down that blue?" We had up like this blue tarp blocking up something for like a structure, a temporary thing. She goes, "Because I like to sit on my back deck and look at all the birds, but that blue tarp is just kind of ugly." And I was like, "Absolutely, yeah, take it down right now." So keep your neighbors happy, especially when you're running it, in their case, an illegal business.
Yeah.
Joker knows we're going through something with our neighbor as well.
Mhm.
And
what did and to address that, what happened as soon as you told me? I donated how much fencing?
right. Yeah, immediately the guy's like, it's unfortunate. His wife is pregnant. They're going to have their first child. I get all of that, right? He took it a little far, whatever, doesn't matter. If there's a possibility of him causing any issues, and we're the ones, Airsoft is always on this volatile teeter, at any given time.
Yeah, we're always having to
Hold on.
justify what we do.
Jason, you're absolutely right. They caused the violations. No one to blame them that for themselves.
Right.
All right. Because I'm going down it because I'm going to start addressing into all this. But you made immediate efforts to fix the problem so you wouldn't have any problems.
Absolutely.
You did get problems,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still taking the extra steps to make sure that you're 100% income.
We even found that.
So there's no fucking issues.
Yeah, we even found that the fence that he said we destroyed and he asked us to replace, we found that was actually our fence. We still replaced it. We still fixed the fence, even though it was ours. We didn't have to, but we did. Why? Because he could still gripe, and we don't need the gripes.
Yeah, under the radar.
All right, so I want to address this one. Matt Boyle knew he was banned for Raptor when he volunteered to command green at Northern Watch. Yes, but he also reached out to the event host to make sure it was okay for him to be there with the other green members that were summarily banned because they knew him. Not that they did anything wrong at the field. They just found out that they worked with Matt and they got summarily banned. Sort of like Laxoff got banned because his girlfriend was fired as a ref. Process that. We haven't even got to the ban portion yet.
I didn't know about
where
Matt.
shit's gonna get.
And his associates. That's messed up. What? Wait, because of association with Matt, who is actually a really fun guy.
Who banned Matt?
It's Matt. He's harmless. No offense, Matt.
Right. Who banned Matt? That's ridiculous.
So the problem that comes up is, it's like, Tack, I get it, dude. You're hearing one side of the story and you think that a bunch of people going up there, but it's not because we're doing this to be dicks. I honestly wish that they weren't this way because I don't want to see a field shut down. When I was out there, it was a big field to play on. I enjoyed myself at Northern Watch. What I did not enjoy was listening to a woman has no authority over a man talking about my fucking employee, Sarah. So fuck them for that bullshit. Because he actually said that when I was there because of the way that Sarah talked to me, which is commonplace when Sarah talks to me, is no bullshit.
Sarah is not harmless. Be warned.
Yes, but she is not. Yes, he was banned from the property, but then he called to verify if he could be there, and it was supposedly yes. They changed their mind and made sure that he could not be there. It fucked over the event, not by Matt, because Matt asked. Just like if I was to, if Doomsday was to have another event there, and I'd call up Bulldog Pippin and Ron Weeder, and I was like, hey guys, I want to be able to support you, but I'm kind of banned 4 times over now because now I'm at number 4. It's great.
Oh man,
I'll probably be at 2 after this one.
That does bring something else up though.
Hold on.
If you rent your field, if you rent your property out, rent it out, right? Then you're no longer running that property for that time being. Why does your ban still stand? You banned him for behavior that you don't feel you can control. You're no longer in control during that rental period.
Mm-hmm.
Doomsday's in control during that rental period. Let them worry about who's allowed to play and who's not because it's under their rule at that point.
Yes, Tack, that's part of the problem, man. You're getting all your information from known liars. That's the fact. You're getting it all from known liars.
At least 2 sides to every story, Brotato.
Yeah.
There's 3 sides. There's one left side, right side, and the truth. There's the players that got banned side. There's Raptor side. Then there's the truth. The fact is, I got banned simply because I asked a question. That was the first time I got banned. I got banned a second time when I called them to warn them. 3 dudes from Miami in a red Mustang were coming up that were just tested positive for fucking COVID in the beginning of the beginning of the whole fucking pandemic when there was a statewide shutdown in place. She told me, "Fuck you." I was like, she goes, "What do you want me to do about it?" I was like, "Well, you have 3 guys that just tested positive on the way to your field right now. They're in a red Mustang. What do you want me to do? Save your player base and tell them to go home? You want to destroy my business? I don't give 2 shits about that. That's not what I'm talking about. You're literally have infectious people coming to your field. You don't like it? Call the police. Okay. Don't threaten me with a good time. That's simple. It's like that's the last thing you could do is tell somebody, an asshole like me, I dare you to do something.
Can I
Go ahead, Greg. Go ahead.
Address TAC real quick? So up to this point, anytime we had a stream on it or anybody was talking about it, I didn't really have much to say because I very much believe in, and to his comment right there, I hear the sarcasm in it, right? Because Raptor always lies, right?
Yes, Doug Smith, that is correct. It'll be $80. It'll be $100. It'll be $100 for the day.
No.
Yes.
It's $30 to play, $20 for BBs.
On
Okay.
top of that.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about the rental. If it's a rental, you're paying
then the rental is also on top of that. Yeah.
So it's $100 to rent a gun and play on their field.
Right. So to TAC, I had nothing to say because their field owner let them do what it is they want to do and all that kind of stuff. So absolutely. And as far as, you know what, forget about how they banned Joker or how they banned Lax or how they banned Kaz or how they banned anybody at all. Anybody at all. It doesn't matter. Because look, everybody's got their own agenda. Think about this. Look at how many people they have banned. Forget about why. I have actually had 2 people that I've removed from my field and not actually banned them, removed them, and under certain conditions they could come back, not banned. In 6.5 years, 2 total. Brax, I don't know how many you may have. Chris, I don't know how many you may have ever had. Their field, week after week after week after week, we're banning people. Doesn't matter why. You have to look at the fact that they were doing it. Now that becomes a question.
All right. 2 other points to that. Miami Airsoft, probably one of the most
be careful, Joker.
how to say this in a way that it adequately expresses it. Probably one of the most high energy fields, and I'll say that in testosterone and everything else. They only have 10 permanently banned members. 10.
Yeah, we only have 2. One guy basically bought something from us. He already had a broken one, then tried to return the broken one. He did that. He successfully did that twice. I couldn't prove it, and then he tried to do it a 3rd time, and I was like, no. Then he wrote a really bad review about us on Google, but it wasn't actually a review about the field. It was just a personal attack on me, so I banned him for that one. And then the second guy we've ever banned tackled somebody on the field because he overshot him. And the guy was my size. He tackled a dude smaller than Doug, if you know Doug Smith. The devil.
So, yes, Doug, it's $50. It's $30 with a mandatory $20 worth of field BBs
Minimum.
if you have your own gear. Yes.
Yes. So you're $50 to play. Period.
For 4,000 BBs. All right. Going back up to the ban so this one I saw firsthand before the comment got deleted. Randa Side B's girlfriend got banned because she asked the question, can I brought previously bought bottle of BBs to the field? She got banned for that. She got banned for asking a legitimate question of, if I just bought BBs from you yesterday and I'm coming here to play today, can I bring those same BBs? No, and you're banned. What the fuck?
Did you get banned or did you get blocked from the comment?
She got banned from the field. It was actually there before that section of the studs were taken down.
So again, though, let's assume that what you're saying right now is only 50%, because I'm interested in TAC, to be honest with you. Let's assume what you're saying is 50% true. The facts are they ban people. They ban an excessive amount of people, excessive based on the fact that there's 3 field owners on this stream right now, and all of us combined haven't banned as many people as they do in a month. So that is excessive. You can't, there's no way, logic tells you that there's no way there's that many people doing that many bad things on their field that they banned that many people. I've got people that play in my field that have played there that have been banned. I don't ban them from my field. And it's not that I'm that forgiving. They don't do anything to get banned. So when you have that many people getting banned, you have to ask yourself, where does the problem really lie?
How many people have they banned that we know of, roughly?
100.
Really?
Yeah.
I worked at a bar in a college town as head of security for 3 years, and I didn't ban 20 people.
So There was another incident that happened with another group of people, and since there's so many groups that they've wholly banned.
I don't think I banned that many people when I worked at the strip club.
Like Matt Foyle's groups got banned outright. I'm pretty sure all of Echo 4 is banned at this point. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure most of them are. Well, I know for a fact several of them are banned. My entire team is banned. So if you're on my team and not on the official ban list, I don't know who you are. Take your fucking patch off if you go to play there. In fact, if you wear my patch and you go there, you're probably going to get banned. This guy and his girlfriend went. Holy crap! That's a lot of. I got a lot of comments to read. All right, so there was a lot of. So they drove all the way over there from the West Coast to that point, like an hour and a half out of their way, only to find out when he got to the property that if he did not get off the property immediately, he was going to be arrested because he was banned and he knew it. And he's like, "How the hell do I know that? What do I have to do with anything? I didn't do anything. It's because he was associated with the female ref that they banned and why'd they fired. And why'd they fired? Because a female has no authority over a man. Per Juan, quoting Matthew, 2:17? Yeah. So, all right, let's see what we got.
So
I don't think we have anybody banned from BTA. That's good. Let's see.
Tack said he played there for 2 years and hasn't been banned. And there's a lot of people that haven't been banned.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's not that. Listen, they don't ban everybody, and I'm sure. But the fact that they can do it really at will like that, it speaks volumes. I don't have a problem directly with Juan or anyone there. When I was there, I was treated very well. Absolutely. The reason I'm speaking out now is because
you all have to understand, for this man to speak up and to say anything is dude, look, he's talking about buying me and buying battery from Assault and Battery Airsoft, big ass stirring sticks, because we like to stir the pot. That's our nature. We generate content for people to talk and everything else, right? We do this because it's a community that we want to bring people into and have a good time with, right? So sometimes if we see stuff, I'll say something stupid to start conversations going, because why not? Charlie, I'm not. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. But that's one of my favorite sayings, But that's why we want to have the conversations that bring shit out. The fact is, when this man called me up today and said, "Are we fucking streaming today?" And I said, "No, we're going to go Thursday." Why? And he goes, "I'm seeing all this stuff." I was like, "I know." I did call him back like an hour later. I was like, "Oh, it's fucking on." Because, again, they poked the bear blaming me for their fucking woes. It's not the community that caused the problem, guys. It's them.
Yeah. This community is made up of everything from 11-year-olds to 75-year-olds. Right? I've had that play on our field.
So before you keep going, I'm going to bring somebody in who's been sitting inside the thing from the start because he really had something to say. So I'm going to bring in Crazy Rob. How you doing, brother? You've been sitting there for a while, for like an hour, listening to us bitch and complain. So I know you have some thoughts that you want to say. And what I'm also going to do is, hey, if there's anybody in the comments right now, send me a message on Facebook, and we're going to start bringing in other community members for them to air their piece as well. Tack, this also goes for you, man. I have no issues with arguing this to your face or in person, not through like back and forth, because first off, I love debate. I think most of the people on this panel, I don't know Crazy Rob that well, but and I don't know Nomad 3 too well, but I can tell you most of the guys on this panel love to debate, and we don't mind having these conversations.
He loves to debate.
Yeah.
He's a master debater. Bazinga.
So I wanted to get back to the fact with the ammo situation, how they were banning people with bringing their own ammo. Now, some players, as myself, may be sponsored and get ammo for free, or they get ammo from their sponsorships. When I asked them about that, they said you're not allowed to bring their ammo, you have to buy ours. Well, with me, for instance, and I bet some of the other players like Deadpool, we have miniguns. Well, that is a lot of money dropping in just for ammo, since they're being price gouging for just ammo in general. And I just wanted to address that. I don't know if anyone else has a lot of LMGs, heavy machine guns, and different support guns that carry a lot of ammo. I feel for you if you're going to this field and your bank account is going absolutely in bankruptcy just for the ammo itself.
Yeah, it's the problem that comes up, like with anybody that's actually. Oh, that's why I'm so dark. Sorry, I meant to put this on earlier. So when it comes down to what they've done and what they caused, there's other ways that they could have made up for it. There's other profit areas that they could have probably gone into. But the fact is, they're so toxic to the majority of the community that there's literally people in the D-land area that are willing to travel to other parts of the state to play. And the reason, because of the problems that they have. Yeah, he wants to get a third minigun and put all three together. He's a freaking nut job, man.
Yes.
Do it.
And that will happen once I get that tax return in.
Ooh.
So, and on top of that, at the previous Overwatch, I ended up getting one of the raffles of a backpack harness, and I'm going to be mounting a couple of air tanks on that to support that triple micro gun.
You're nuts, man. That's all I got to say. I was like,
So
look,
if you're not walking around, please, for the love of God, take pictures and just laugh at me.
I will.
But yeah, other than that, like Deadpool said, with the ammo situation, there are a lot of other players that will be suffering from that. Not only that, but again, with the rentals, they are also price gouging on the rentals. I know some fields, they go, I believe, either 20, maybe 25 maximum on rentals that I've seen. And I've been to roughly about 13, 14 different fields that I've asked other players and refs and stuff like that on different prices, how they like the field, what can be changed. In the airsoft community, I'm actually, I wouldn't say extremely popular, but I am popular with the local area because of my, obviously, craziness.
All right. So yeah, Deadpool saying, Robert, tell them what they said on the phone. Tom, I see you sitting there in the lobby. So I understand you're there. Just we're going to be cycling people in one at a time because I don't want to have like 30 people yelling all at once. So go ahead. Tell them what they told you when you called up today.
Okay, so when I called them up, I asked them a couple of simple questions. The first question was about the ammo, on if I can bring my own ammo and stuff like that because of my sponsor. And on top of that, I get ammo by bulk. What I mean by bulk is, I mean I get them in rice bags. You don't want to carry a rice bag of ammo on a field. You want to store it in something solid like a 5-gallon bucket. 90% of the time, that's usually me bringing it out to most fields, like Wayne's World. But when I called them and I asked them about that, they said, no, you can't. And then the other question I asked was about one of the comments that you posted a while back, Joker, that about the giant pit and the barbed wire. I asked them if they were fixing those problems because those are safety hazards. And I am very, very stingy on safety hazards because I can't tell you how many times I tripped and fell over stupid shit like that could have been easily avoided. And so the response I got back was so rude that he pretty much told me that I was a piece of shit to fuck off.
Hang on. Did he use those? And I want to say this because there's people listening. Did he use those words, or did he tell you? Did he say piece of shit and fuck off?
I actually have the text when he sent them to me, and on top of that, he called me back and wanted to challenge me and know where I lived and everything else. And yes, he did say that exact, which kind of irritated me in a way.
Okay, so real quick, because I have a couple people sending me texts asking what the hell's going on. Let me explain. Raptor Airsoft is reopening their field this weekend on January 30th. With it came a new price sheet where they're charging $50 admission because they're forcing people to buy bio BBs from them, 0.25s at $20 a bottle. So when you go to their field, you're now spending mandatory $50 out of the pocket. You cannot bring the bio BBs back the next time you go. You have to buy a whole new bottle. So every time you go is $50 a bottle. So there's that. Because that also answers the question I think Doug said. Now, bio BBs are a requirement for the field to be open. That was done by the county, and yes, I did have a hand in that because they butt up to the Ocala National Forest, and they should be using bio BBs anyway because of the animals and everything else that's there. TAC, I've heard her say it firsthand. When she was standing at my table, she's also said some stuff that was extremely homophobic. While she's standing at my table, which I can't have. A lot of people know the story about, what it is with the board game industry. But I'll tell you right now, I can't be anywhere near that nonsense. Yeah. All right. So that's what we're pretty much talking about is the stuff that there. Yes, Juan, Johan, everybody else uses a heavier weight BB. That's another thing that was on there. Let's see. And the reason why, Tack, you probably never heard them talk like that is because you've never probably been on the other side of their anger and rage, because there is a lot of that. When we were at the hearing, oh my God, the amount of screaming and everything else that came about because of it. So, the fuck?
Yes, please put in Deadpool. I'll love to see Deadpool in this.
So I do appreciate you coming on, Rob. I know you got to go. But Tom, you're up from the community. So you had questions for me, sir?
I don't have a whole lot. I mean, yeah, you talking to me?
I'm going to head out.
Yeah. All right, Rob.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on.
Good night.
All right. So I would say, because I know everybody's probably got extremely different political beliefs. I've always been like the kind of the mentality of like, dude, I don't want the government messing with anything. Let people do what they want to do with their property. I understand you guys may not agree with it. I just wanted to jump on to tell my one experience that I've had with one.
So let me express something here that's real quick. I think there's a wide variety of political views. I think that Brax and I are on like center left, but we are not basing any of this off their political or religious views. Although Pop, I know, wants to talk about some of the shit that was there. I'm going to go into it myself because it sort of pisses me off that the stuff that's being thrown around. But go ahead, Tom.
Okay, so my experience with Raptor, I've only been there one time. It was for Northern Watch. Halfway through start of Evo 1, Jeep blew the radiator. And I'm in the middle of Ocala. I'm based out of Central Florida. So I'm like, shit. I mean, the dirt road on the way up there, there's no way a tow truck driver is going to even want to come up that. So I knew I was paddling up, Schitt's Creek at that point.
1 second. Two things real quick. Deadpool, you could do it through a phone. If you want me to send you the link, just send me a request on Facebook. And TAC, not during the hearing, but definitely after. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay. So, I knew it was going to be a bad situation. So, I talked to Bulldog. I said, hey, he's the owner of the field here. Went and met him. He was a really nice guy. He allowed me to stay on his property a couple of extra days so I could, fix my Jeep and get it up and running. He gave me a ride to DeLand so I could go, purchase, the necessary parts I needed. Granted, I ended up grabbing the wrong radiator and I couldn't find him later, had to walk to DeLand, that's a different adventure story later. But, he didn't have to do that. For an individual that doesn't really play airsoft, I've never heard of Juan actively playing airsoft. I know he's a preacher, by heart, and I know he has his views and he likes to instill those views on his property. I think he has every right to do that. Granted, is it going to rub a large portion of the community the wrong way? Absolutely. Is it going to affect your player base? Absolutely. I think it's his right to do so. And I think that, it is a free market. And, if you rub the community the wrong way, and I've seen this happen with other fields, that if you do rub the community the wrong way, you don't treat them right, you do things that aren't part of the norm, you will not thrive. You will not last. It can be the difference between, you're doing a buy-sell trade and somebody buys a gun off you and then they end up falling on it, or whatever. Like, I mean, your options are, do I take care of this player who has, very little relationship to me just so I can help the community? Or do I say, hey, dude, I sold you this, you broke it, it's your own option. Depending on the day, your opinion's going to change on that. It's going to be where you're at. How do you know this player, or so on and so forth. I had it where I sold 2 grenade launcher shells.
Okay, keep it.
They worked, tested them. Kid came back, said they're not working. I said, well, what'd you do them? He said, well, I took them apart. And I said, do you have the ball bearings? No. I wasn't in the mood to argue with this kid because I knew he was too young to understand. I said, you know what, give him back. I'll give you your money back, because it wasn't worth it to me. But I mean, we have that opportunity to make those decisions, whether it's going to benefit or it's going to hurt us.
Deadpool, I'm going to bring you in, but just let Tom talk. Let's go on. All right, so
I had a lot of fun at Northern Wild.
Nope.
Go. I didn't. I swear to God, I didn't take him out.
Wasn't me. I didn't do it. Don't ban me. Don't ban me. I had to go
like this. My hands are right here. I was like, oh, that wasn't me.
If I can do a quick comment on what Tom was talking about, look, I already said he treated me very well. I actually had interaction with him, had to have interaction with him. And
all right, something's weird because I don't.
Raptor, they're swinging the band hammer again.
He treated him and his daughter treated me very well with much respect. I had no problems with him at all. That is not him as an individual is not my problem from back then. And I absolutely believe that he's a nice guy. That's not where my issue comes from. There's definitely more with what he's trying, with what's happening, with what the company is trying to do to the player and the way they're trying to do it.
So look, I appreciate that Juan went out of his way to help you out, Tom. That's actually kind of cool. The problem is that if that was across the board, I don't think any of us would be sitting here right now talking about it, right? Somebody else said it best. Patrick said it best. They're super nice people as long as you don't say anything to disagree with. I witnessed that firsthand when I told the Sierra to please not be on Instagram live filming her homophobic remarks, because I just got out of another controversy inside the board game industry that I didn't do anything wrong there either. So she needed to step away. And from that point, she went cold fast. I mean, it was like throwing her inside of a glacier water. So I get it. But also watching how fast she went to the banhammer for almost everybody. If it wasn't for Doomsday keeping their cool, Northern Watch might not have gone on.
Yeah, I could agree. I could say, because I did hear that there was, even right before Stardex, there was a series of players that were banned.
All right, fuck that shit. I didn't touch him. I don't know what the hell. I hit the button to show the freaking thing.
What are you hitting, the ban button?
No, I didn't do anything.
It's Raptor. They're doing it again.
It's a conspiracy.
Sorry, Tom. I really want you in here to give your piece because I have no issue with debating any of the stuff that goes down with all of this. And Tom, I hope you're coming back in because I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know. I wonder if there's a way to give Papa like the ability to highlight stuff. So I don't get. There we go. He's back. All right, Tom. I don't know what's going on, man. I swear to God, I didn't touch anything.
You keep banning me. He's like, I don't like it. He's saying nice things. Get him out of here.
No, look. It's fine to get all sides of the community player base and all that, right? But the fact is that you can still be a nice person, but fuck over your customers.
I think that's absolutely right. I think you're 100% right on that. I think there's a lot of major corporations that are really good at doing that.
So, so when it came down to all the stuff that we saw come out of it is, the thing I see out of all this is that it hurts the community in a very bad way. So now I have 4 field owners or people that run a field that are here, or three. I can't count.
Joker
I
or
just work at one. I just work at one. I don't run it. I just work at one.
All right. So then, yeah. So the reality is, when you're going around and doing this stuff, I mean, when you see an excessive amount of bans, it doesn't make any sense. All right. Well, thank you very much for your insight, Tom. And that's, if you're wondering why I have such a problem with it, is because I see how bad it's harming the community.
Mhm.
Because as it stands right now, TAC and I are having an argument online, and I think I did some good shit over the weekend that was there to help out, showing that, hey, I do good things for the community. I'm not here to be an asshole. So if I'm speaking up against the field, it's got to be something major.
Mm-hmm.
Like that fucking Deadpool guy, man.
Oh, it's major.
Come on in, man. Let's hear what you got to say.
It's got me pissed.
Well, I mean,
I'm having a lot of people message me. I'm having a lot of people message me right now, because now what Raptors is doing is, if they associate with me, Wayne's World, Warzone Airsoft, people are getting banned, and now they're calling us demons. So I'm getting patches made, I'm getting shirts made, and I'm riding this train. If I'm going to be a demon, I'm going to be King Turd on top of shit mountain. If they got a problem with me, they need to man up and do it face to face. Because when you disrespect my players, my friends, our refs, anybody that comes to our field, I've had it. That's ridiculous.
I'm gonna get patches made. I've been banned from Raptor Airsoft, and all I got was this lousy patch.
Yep, I'm getting patches made. Warzone Airsoft. Come play with the demons.
That's the funny thing about it. Is like they call everybody demons that disagree with them. No.
Yep.
This is the dangerous spot that we start wading into, guys, and understand that while I am not a Christian, I grew up in a Christian household. I've actually done research on the Bible, because I hate it when anybody uses the Bible as a weapon. And Northern Watch, we were on the QRF squad on TAN. If there's a video that I can't find anymore, but a bunch of we're standing up there, I'm there, like standing with my arms crossed, almost watching all the stuff go down. And as soon as one starts going on about the liberals shooting them and burying them on their field and other shit, all of the people that I was with on my team just went whoop right to me, because
That's the same here. I don't have a problem with religion or anything like that, but when you are trying to force it on somebody, that's a whole nother story.
Sorry, I'm reading comments, and sometimes they just go out there. All right, so Levi, let me ask you a question, though. Don't you think by making patches and poking the bear, you aren't essentially provoking them? Well, dude, I've been banned 4 times.
They started it.
Exactly.
I didn't do nothing to them. I've been to their place twice, didn't have a problem. It was a nice field. Yeah, it needed some improvements, but I didn't start nothing. Now they're banning people that are associating with me because I asked a few questions. That's ridiculous.
And that's the thing that doesn't make sense. I mean, the only way field owners, the only way that you would ban somebody that's associated with it, if they're talking about coming to your field and fucking up your field because you banned somebody, right?
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Greg?
And then I wouldn't even ban them. I'd just watch them really hard if they showed up.
Right. To ban somebody really, that should be.
You got to do like physical harm to somebody or the field to get banned.
The threat of violence or violence in and of itself, really, the intent to do harm. We had that happen one time. Some of you guys were actually there for that. And that wasn't even, I didn't even ban. It was removed from the field, and then a discussion was held.
I was there for that.
And that's what I usually do. If someone's got a problem on the field, I'm taking both parties off, You can either work it out or you can go home.
Right. Banning somebody. There's 100 different options you have before you end up doing that. It's not. It's in my opinion, it's not necessary. Now, whatever they want to do. Somebody said, by the way, upwards in the comment, they made reference about religion and business don't mix, and what we keep talking about is religion. Listen, the man owns a field, and he's a preacher. If he wants to preach, he's welcome to do so. If he wants to preach scripture at you, he's welcome to do so. You don't have to listen. To me, that's not an issue. It's not something that's even a part of this. Them wielding power in the way that they are and taking advantage of the community and holding fear over the heads of the players. I think that's the big issue. Not the religion. Let him have his religion. Let him have a perverted version of the religion. It's whatever your opinion is of that, whatever his politics are, doesn't matter. We're talking about the players because we don't exist without the player base. We don't exist without them. They are to be most respected in all of this. It's our job to set the example for them. It's our job to give them everything that we can possibly give and can possibly do for them. If at every turn we're threatening them and then gouging them and forcing them to do things that they wouldn't normally have to do, and saying, well, this is all you get or you get nothing. That is no way to run a business. That is no way to run a community. There's no way to be a part of a community. Damn it, I'm on my soapbox today. You guys, you know what?
Papa, if you had to mandate the use of BBs, that hypothetically, whatever it was, they've got to buy them from you, what would be your price model?
If they had to buy them from, if for whatever the reason I was forced, then I would take as low a profit as absolutely possible. To be honest,
same here.
So you would reduce the BB count, right? You would say, hey, we'll sell them in units of 1,000.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be, if I had to do it.
All right, you guys saw it. My hands were up, and
Joker.
No, listen. Because they can mandate the use of bio BBs. They can mandate the use of bio BBs, absolutely. And as long as I am doing my due diligence to ensure that the BBs you carry onto the field with you are bio, then I've done mine. If I have to sell them, first of all, if I'm forced to sell them, that means I'm doing volume. So anytime you do volume, you reduce your price, so you do more volume. You don't crack the bat every time because you're going to drain them of their money. You don't pick the last apple on the tree.
I do because apples are delicious.
So do you think if they got them in bulk, they had like the guy was saying who's buying the rice bags, and just said, hey, $5 for every cup of BBs, and it's coming.
Hold on, they're not buying. So first off, I don't think me personally as a player, and I'm not saying this as against Raptor or anything else. If I show up to a field and I'm mandatory having to buy their BBs and they pull out a fucking rice bag, I'll tell you right now, I'll be like, have a nice day, because I don't want their BBs fucking up my gun. Doing that, especially rice bag BBs. They're the
problem. There are BBs out there that you can buy that are cheaper, but the problem is if you're using an expensive gun, if you're using a well-tuned gun, you're using a 6.01 tight bore, and you put a warped BB through there, it's going to jam. And you do enough of that, you're going to cause damage. I'm not willing to do that to my player base. I'm not going to do that. You want to listen? Joker's sponsored with BBs. I sell 2 different kinds of BBs. He doesn't use either one of my BBs, but I know he's using bio. I know I sell bio, and I recommend bio to everybody. One, because usually bio BBs are better BBs than non-bio. They actually the process of making the bio BB is actually better. They break down faster, but they're still a better BB. So I recommend it. But if I'm forcing someone, like again, if which I would never do, but if I said you can't bring your own food on my field, you have to eat my food. If that was going to be the case,
that's a good analogy. I like it.
Then I would make sure that I sold it for as low a price. That's how I started selling food on the field to begin with, because kids were eating crackers.
All right,
they wanted food, but they were eating friggin' crackers because they didn't afford anything. Just sold them $1 hot dog.
All right, you shut up for a second. These two right here will sell at their map, which is usually below MSRP. And there goes Deadpool. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I'm glad my hands were up in the air again.
That's true. That's the only proof. You asked me to leave.
For For these two guys, they would do it right at map so that they're saving their customers some dollars and all that. Not charge 20%, 30% over map to get them going. That sort of numbers are just
it's a
ridiculous.
business.
Yeah.
It's a cash grab.
So the problem is like look, it's probably going to be a reality for most outdoor fields real soon that there's going to be more and more counties and more states probably mandating bio BBs, right? So
we've been mandating
all you have to do is
bios from the beginning.
You have to do everything that you can in your power as a field. When somebody comes on, what BBs do you have? Show me your BBs. Okay, those aren't bio BBs. You need to buy bio BBs. Only bio BBs on the field, and they could buy them at that point in time. But if they show up and they have a bio BB thing, even if they filled it with non-bio BBs, you've already done your part to ensure the rule is being solidified.
Yeah, your liability is gone at that point.
Yeah.
So, it's like
the example that I can give on our field for that is Full Seal iPro. If you show up on the field and you don't have Full Seal iPro, I can't let you play, but I do have Full Seal iPro for sale.
Ooh. Can I show up with my rec goggles?
I feel guilty every time I say that because I feel like I'm pitching my store. I feel like I'm forcing someone to buy something, even though no, the rule is you can't wear non-full seal because you're going to lose a freaking eyeball.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let that happen, so I carry full seal. But that's different. It's not the BB. That's protection. That's safety. You got to be fired.
Gentlemen.
So if they have a $30 point and no BB requirement, do you think your opinion on the whole matter would be completely different, right?
Say that again, one more time.
If they just had the $30 entry fee, no bio BB purchase requirement or BB purchase requirement upon entry, would your opinion about the whole matter be different?
My opinion of the matter would be different. Here's the thing that caused me to feel the way I do. One,
the rental costs
was their explanation of their pricing. Okay, because they actually are telling the players that because of them, we now have these fees and you have to cover them for us.
Yeah, you're paying for our sins.
Right. I didn't care for that. The pricing, but so we're saying all things being equal, meaning the pricing isn't there $30. No problem. $30 is fine. I don't care. To be honest with you, look across the board. You're getting 8 to 9 hours of gameplay for $20 to $30. Stop it. You go play laser tag for $15 a session, and that's a 20-minute session. So guys are getting in for cheap. But no, $30 I don't mind. Now, when you talk about a $50 rent, their rental was what, $50?
$50 plus a $10 security deposit.
$10 security deposit. $10 security, meaning I'm giving you $50 to rent because that's how much it costs to deplete the gun. And in case you break the gun, which is designed to do, you have to pay me $10 more.
That means you can't do it unless you have 60.
Right. Now, Brax, I know you know how much rental guns cost. I know how much my rental guns cost. It only takes a few rentals before that rental gun is paid for. That's why I'm charging an arm and a leg to the full rental, full face pro gun, the battery that goes in the gun, magazine, and 1,000 rounds. $30.
Now, and like Miami Airsoft is more aligned with $50, but they also have the full face pro and everything. Like it's more piecemeal, but you also get a plate carrier and shit. Mm-hmm. So $30 to $50 is about average, depending on the field that you're at, with what you're going to be paying for rentals. So, but the problem that comes up is that it does not cover BBs, it does not cover the fee, and you now have a $10. The $10 security fee, I think, is what's burning a lot of people. I have yet on any field that I've been to. Now, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I have yet to see any other field make a $10 security deposit, because when you're renting something out, you're already appreciating the fact that this gun could break, and at $50, you're just about halfway the cost of what it cost you to get the gun to begin with. So, and if that gun's been rented 5 times, you're way into your profit margin.
Hey guys,
yeah,
I've got a super important phone call that just rang. I'm gonna hop off for a second.
Later, Brex.
All right, later.
So does anybody else want to jump on? But now, Deadpool, feel free to start commenting, sir, because you've been a little bit quiet.
Oh yeah, I mean, we have gameplay $20 all day, and then our rentals, gun, mask, battery, mag, and a lot of people come to us with BBs already, but we usually include at least one, maybe two mags of BBs with it, and it's $15. So you're playing the whole day for $35. BBs. I mean, hell, I use Valken, the BBs, and I sell our 2.0s to come with 5,000 for it's like $13. I think they just went up on their price. I think so. We're around like $13 or $14 for a bag of BBs.
Mhm.
I mean, a $30 entry fee, that's no big deal. I don't ask for a deposit, your ID, maybe your firstborn, or something like that. Or if you bring me some cookies, shit, we're good to go. But I mean, God, we've helped so many people. I mean, we had a guy on our Silent Night event Sunday. He came in to play he had two guns. And for the life of me, I can't remember his name. He came in with two guns. One was broke. I don't have anybody that does repairs anymore. So I send him to Rage Custom Airsoft now. I just don't have anybody that does it anymore. And I don't have the time. So he came in, one gun was broke. We couldn't do anything with it. He had another gun. Well, while he was playing, he broke the back half of the gun off, but it was still using it. At the end of the day, when we were cleaning up, he came over and he said, "Hey, I appreciate you, letting me play. I want to come in." He was in DeLand. And he said, "I appreciate it." And I just looked at his gun and said, "Let me see your gun." And he had an old, oh Lord, an 8.4 battery. I mean, the thing looked older than me. and I said, "You know what?" I told my buddy Andrew, I said, "Hey, go grab that rental gun that I got out of the back of my truck." And we brought it over to him, and I said, "Dude, let me see your gun." I took his gun. I said, "Here, you got a gun now." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "You have a gun now." I said, "Hey, pass me one of those batteries." I gave him a battery. Andrew noticed that he didn't have any gear on, and he didn't have any mags. He came with like one mag, so we let him use our mags. Andrew gave him a vest with high cap mags in it, so he came with nothing, left with something, and now he says he's going to come and bring his friends. That's what it means to me. I don't care about the money. Right. I mean, people. I know you're supposed to charge tax and everything, and most of my events and field times I don't.
Hang on, hold on. Tax is taken off, by the way. Tax said he's got to go, and I definitely appreciate his input. I just want to say to him.
Yeah. Tax, we can have spirited debates, and I don't like you, or I don't. I should say, wait. Let me rephrase this. I don't hate you any less or any more. I don't hate you at all. Our relationship has no. This conversation really didn't affect what I think about you as an individual, or whether or not I want to play with you more, or whether or not I'll interact with you more. Because honestly, I love a good debate. So understand that I'm also very passionate on the stuff that I feel strongly about. So if you felt like I was attacking you, I'm not. Yeah. I'm just very passionate about the shit I believe in. And airsoft is what I really believe in. Yep. And I believe in this industry. And this industry thrives. It thrives on integrity and honor. If we do not have that, it destroys our reputation within the industry. It destroys the gameplay. It destroys the personalities. It destroys everything. So every company, every player needs to have honor and integrity, because if they don't, you could see it on one single game day that'll turn, you have that one person that's not doing honor and integrity, drain down an entire field of 50 some odd players. It happens every time, and that's all it takes. So that's why, if you're wondering why people are so hostile towards what Raptor is doing, this is why.
It's what they're doing is the antithesis of what the rest of us here are trying to make happen. Deadpool, I want to thank you directly for doing that. We've done that before, Christian. I know when he was running Nomad with Tracks and Trail, when we've
plenty of times, absolutely
taking guns out of our own car. Here you go ahead and use this one, whether it's ran out or something. Right. What you got to do, because it's about the gameplay. Listen, if it's about the dollar, then from a business standpoint, get them hooked, get them playing. They'll spend the money, right? BBs are consumable. They'll keep buying eventually. All of that. If it's about the money, it'll happen. But be about the player first.
Andrew, you have to send me a message. So on Facebook, so I can send you the link. Let me put it this way also. Papa can verify this, that I've come to his field with almost every gun I've owned because there's a new player that hasn't played before, and I want them to feel multiple different guns.
Yep.
Not just, what can I buy and get all that stuff up. No. You need to feel the gun. I don't want people to make the mistake that I did. I don't want people to make the mistake that I bought 9 guns, before I found the one that I was like, oh, this is my baby. And that ended up being the PCC 9. Now I own 4 PCC 9s. Papa's worked on 2 of them. About to be 2 more. No, actually, Papa's worked 3 of them. But I got the whole brand new one that's back in the airsoft area. But that's the thing that, coming out there and helping, it's like players want it. The name of the channel is to bring people in. So anytime that you stop that from happening, we're gonna throw verbal hands.
Was Christian and Russ? I haven't heard much from you guys. I know you have opinions about this.
Greatly, it's the situation is just such a slap in the face to what we as organizers have been trying to accomplish for years. Absolutely just disowns every effort and honorific we've tried or attempted to just push the sport further than where it's at. As Greg, excellent word, he is the antithesis of all of our efforts combined. It just absolutely. I am of this mindset, Greg. I've talked to you about this mindset. This is a hobby. We're hobbyists. And a hobby doesn't exist without the people that enjoy the hobby. This is a leisurely thing. It's our escapism. The verbiage of his attack on the community and thus their financial payment and punishment for what, according to them, they incurred onto him, it's just so disrespectful to us and the individual players that make up this amazing community I'm so thankful to be part of. It's just it's senseless and baseless and lacks tact. It's I wouldn't say unfair because that's giving him some credit that there would be some fairness to his decision. It's absolutely uncalled for. We've all been working for years to elevate our sport to where we've been at. So it's just a slap. Wayne's World, Mr. Deadpool, respectfully. You've done awesome things with that field. I was following you when maybe 11 people are showing up to games. Sir, you're getting over 45, 55 people. You've had great numbers, all because you put in the time. 95. Exactly. That you put the time and the effort in.
Yep.
Exactly. Greg, when I started going to op, I was going to game days of 10 people. Yep. It's been 3 years. You average 65 on a crappy day. Yep. It's
wait.
The attitude is opposite of what we've all worked for.
On a day,
that's all I had to say.
In ankle deep water.
Yeah. So to be fair,
yes.
We and not to self promote, but there were 136 players that day, and every one of them was given the opportunity to take their money back. And they didn't want their money back. They wanted to play, and not only did they want to play, April 10th,
God damn it!
April 10th and 11th, we are doing North versus South 2, and South is bringing at least 25 more players. In light of all of that happened, because of the community as a whole and how we treat the community, they will always give back. They will always give back. They will give back more than what we give them every time. This is not an attack on Raptor. It's not an attack on Juan. I am defending my community. It's not an attack. It's a defensive stance.
The sport, the hobby.
I cannot
absolutely
let these people that I care so much about, that have given me everything I have right now over the past 3 years. I've been playing for 7. The past 3 years I've been running the field. I've only had one more rewarding experience. That was when I was a recruiter in the Army. This is so rewarding to me. It gives so much to me. No way I'm going to stand back and let and let my community suffer something like this, be taken advantage of like this. It's not going to happen. That's why I'm saying something about it.
Yep.
Caterpillar.
And Mark, you made the perfect point. This is a negative footprint, a scarlet letter on the industry as a whole. Florida, believe it or not, is one of the bigger states for airsoft. So to see that one of the fields that has the most buzz and conversations around is one of the more negative feedback fields, it just hurts the entire state as a whole for all we've been working for over the years. It's so unfortunate for us.
So Caterpillar MX, Palm Beach Airsoft should be opening sometime this year. That's another indoor field done by the same guys at Miami Airsoft. So I'll be going up and doing that. So people don't realize why, like people like TAC, what they're doing is they're doing a knee-jerk reaction to protect the only field that they think they have around them. But in the comments because for some reason I'm still able to see Raptor Airsoft, I'm still able to comment, which is great.
Joker, when you mention TAC, make sure you clarify not tactical airsoft compound. I don't want to.
Oh no!
I think they already banned.
You know what? Since we're mad, fuck them too. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I still got to go up there. TAC shooter.
Totally kidding.
TAC shooter. So yeah, I can still. I'm not banned on there, so I can still comment and post and everything else. But with the funny thing that came out of that, right? The thing is that so many people think there's only Raptor in that area. No, there's XPEX, right? XPlex.
That area.
Huh? Oh, I thought somebody said something. It must have been my own voice. All right. You have Wasteland Ops. You have Wayne's World. You have Further Out. You have Black Tiger Airsoft. You have Op 31. And people say, "Oh, I don't want to drive too far." Well, most of my team will drive 2 hours to go to Op 31 for a single game of play. You know, and
that's kind of the point of the sport, man. The point of the sport is to travel sometimes. I mean, if you got to do what you got to do. And that's the craziest thing is a lot of people. I mean, we had people at our field. We just had a weekend event, which was probably the most fun that I've actually had at Warzone. And we had people that were driving 3.5, 4 hours away to come and play at our field for just a 2-day, a 2-day event.
And how does
you can't afford to drive
come to our field?
Far, you might as well just sell your airsoft guns.
In your defense, it was a great event. So.
Well, I also try to let people know if you're coming that far and you can message me, let me know ahead of time to help cover the cost of you driving that far, whether you bring yourself, 4 people or more or whatever. I'll give you $5. I'll give you $5 off admission. I'll give you $5 off of BBs just to get you where you want to go.
Shit, Russ, we were doing carpool things with our guys. We were trying to help carpools get together to meet up at fields.
So for my team and I,
anybody who was further south of like Cape Coral would just drive to me, and I would drive them up.
Yeah.
So here's what we do. We do what we call a trifecta about once a quarter for my team. We go to 3 different states, hit 3 different fields, to have a kick-ass time and all that. So literally, we would take as few cars as possible. Last time, we had 6 guys in one vehicle. Yeah, we rented a U-Haul trailer to pull and bring all the gear with.
It smelled great on the way home.
Somebody is intelligent and tells everybody to get fucking changed before they get back in the vehicle.
Or they
Roll the windows down.
Listen, for everybody that's watching the stream, paying attention to the stream right now, I'll say it, and I bet I can speak for everyone. The fact that somebody will drive between 1 to 3 hours to come to a place that I put my heart and soul into, not just the field itself. And when I say me, it's not just. But listen, me and Tiny running the field. I got John Logan managing the field. My team, everybody. Somebody comes that far to do something that I put that much into. I'm nothing less than humbled and honored. I mean, honest to God, my thanks goes to them. I don't want them thanking me. They do. At the end of the day, I get a ton of thanks. That's great. Thank you. Okay, wonderful. Thank you for coming that far. Thank you for trusting me to give you a good day. Thank you for believing in what we're going to offer you. Thank you for feeling like you got your money's worth. All of that, absolutely. And I'm hoping I speak for everybody here who feel the same way.
I travel for people, right? So I have gone to some. Let me rephrase before I say it bad. But I've gone to some challenging fields.
Some
but I went there.
half-ass fields.
No, that'd just be nice. Hey,
it's being nice.
I've been to a lot of fields like that, but I go there for the people, and I go there to help support and help people grow. I also give feedback. Sometimes people don't like feedback. Well, tough shit. I'm going to give you feedback. It's part of what I do. Yep. Oh, hey, can you come out, check out my field, and tell me what you think? All right, here's the list of things I think. Well, that sucks. Well, that's. Yeah. I'm not saying that I won't help support your field and get people out there and all that, but I give feedback. Now, if I give you feedback and you don't do the feedback, or you refuse to listen to the feedback, and then I don't understand why people are going out. Did you do any of the thing I did? No? Well, then what the fuck do you want me to do? I can only do so much. Yeah, Op 31 is about 2 hours from Port St. Lucie, but it's worth it. So let me just put it to you this way, guys. The reason why I drive, Papa ruins me for other fields. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even fucking kidding. It's like you could see it. If I post full videos up of us at Miami Airsoft, there's times where I get so pissed. It's like, don't call my fucking hit. I'll call my fucking hit. Thank you. Because it's like such a thing. So the first North versus South game I went to, I got more upset, stopped playing, and had the ref because people were disrespecting his rules of the field. The first 2 rules off the top. 1, attitudes stay off the field.
Oh yeah.
And 2, call your hits, don't call other people's hits. You're fucking hit. No, you're fucking hit. Or you're dead.
Hey, were you playing with some paintball guys?
No.
Let me say this about the driving thing, because we've talked about driving a couple times.
Yeah.
We've talked about driving a couple times. It's worse for the people that can't go to other fields, whether it's cost, vehicles, transportation in general. It's a quasi-predatory ploy by Raptor, knowing that there's a certain community of people around them that literally might not have anywhere else to go simply because of. I have when I ran games down in Pine Island, just to get there to run the game was 2.5 hours, getting there early before everybody, slogging through the whole day, and then driving back home 2.5 hours. Yep. It's a hobby. It's a pet. I would like to believe with all the people in this wonderful StreamYard, this is a passionate thing for us. We will go in the red financially. We'll do whatever it takes to enjoy this hobby. But for those that just literally can't do that, it's worse for them because this is more of a predatory ploy on the behalf of Raptor than it is anything. It's infuriating.
Well, and that's what I think is like why I wanted to jump in the chat, because I wanted to kind of put my input. I will be nice, I promise, Joker. But my thing is I just got back into Airsoft probably, I want to say maybe a year ago. I played for 4 years, roughly. I had to quit. Well, I got back in, and I actually wanted to try different fields. I played at Warzone all the time, when I first started. And then I hear about this. And it's
5 times banned, yes!
Well, and then I thought about this, and I was like, okay, you know what? If I go to Raptor and say this was me coming back, and I look at it and I get to the door, and okay, say I get there and I'm the 30th person in the door. Okay. Next thing you know, I look at it and I go, well, oh man, I forgot my gun. You're telling me that if I didn't bring enough money to get your rental and I got here on time, that you're just going to tell me that, oh, well, too bad you're not playing, leave. For that to be, because we've had people at our field do that they'll come and they'll be like, oh, my gun just broke, but I don't really have the money. And a lot of times, if we don't have the money, I'll say, you know what, give me a second. I'll go right to the table and I'll grab a chest rig. I will grab literally one of my 6 uniforms and I'll hand it to him. Gun and all. Go play. Bring it back to me when you're done. And you're telling me that our community, well, not our community, but these people in the Airsoft community are basically trying to pay their debts back by upcharging literally everything and discouraging people because if you don't have a bunch of money that you can't play the sport. I mean, that's kind of, excuse my language, bullshit. And that's what frustrates me is because me and Deadpool do anything, no matter the age, no matter who they are, no matter what. If they want to play, we make sure that they play, whether they come with $5 or they come with thousands of dollars. And that's the way it should be, no matter where the hell you go.
And I will say this, I'm
in the same boat as Reaper with that one.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I could say for the same for Bill, who runs the field I work at. I've seen him take care of countless players. There's been times where, hey, I ran out of BBs, and you just say, give me your high cap, and you fill them up, and you may have set prices for whatever it is, but take care of the community, give them a free water, Gatorade, whatever it is, replace the broken nozzle, so you fix their gun when it's on lunch so they can play for the rest of the day because there's either, they don't, the other techs there are busy. So I agree. I think taking care of the community is most important. And it's pretty evident that Raptor has bad PR, bad pricing, and is not taking care of their community. And, it's great to get all of your guys' feedback because I think I was like, God, why do they hate these guys? And I think it kind of dawned on me what the reason was. They're concerned that this will become the standard and people are going to associate this practice with my field. And then they're not going to realize that I'm doing it the right way until they come to my field.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that it's hate, man. I don't think it's hate at all. I think it's just we're disappointed that once again
we're so frustrated.
They dug a hole. They want to use the players to fill that hole for them, even though it was them being irresponsible of being field owners to keep up on maintenance, keep up on.
And it's also
to keep them open.
Like they're at the point where they don't even, like all of us on here. You could message them right now and give them suggestions.
They'll try to go fuck
and they don't take any suggestions. I mean, that's how I started. When I saw their post this morning, I was the first one that made a comment, and I was just asking simple questions. And I said, then I got to the point where I said, hey, one business owner to another, I think you worded it wrong, and you should change it. I would have just put, hey, our field fee is going up, and we require bio BBs, and left it at, or said, hey, we've gone through a lot of stuff. Maybe we appreciate donations, but don't bring, hey, because we screwed up, we're going to charge you for it now. I didn't agree with it.
Don't blame other people for shit you did.
Yep.
Yes. But you can't claim to be part of the community if you punish the community for yourself. You cannot.
Deadpool, it's funny you said, about the donation thing. People have asked me before, especially back when it was only 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago, we went from $15 entry fee to $20 entry fee.
Yep.
And, we did a major overhaul right at the beginning of COVID. We did a major overhaul on.
That was my fault.
We created a whole new structure. We actually built the cafe. We did all that. And when I was getting ready to do it, some of my team players, some people on the field said, why don't you ask for donations for this? Like monetary. I was like, there's absolutely no way I'm going to do that because this is a business. Now, it wasn't making any money. It wasn't designed to make money at the time.
Right.
But this is my business. You come here, you pay to come and play. I'm not also then going to ask you to give me more money so I can do this. My job is to run my business in such a fashion that I can continue to provide that.
Right. What about if they donated their time?
Now
they won't even let you do that.
I've had people bring like fencing, like Joker's brought fencing, IBC containers, or when we do a build day, people come and build. Immediately, they get free food, they get free games, they get all. Absolutely,
and that's how it should be. But I mean, to suggest that to them, and they won't even take the suggestion. It's like, so what's the point? I mean, to me, their goal is all I hear is dollar signs from them. That's it.
Pull them out of a hole. Pull them out of debt.
If I had a 75-acre field with 30 structures, and and it was costing me, tens of thousands of dollars a month to run it, I would probably get $50 a head. But then again, that means my every game day is like a mini mill sim.
Correct.
Of everything you have there, and it becomes worth it.
Right.
So it has to be worth it.
Correct.
It can't just be because I need your money.
Right.
So I'm being accused. I've been told, just like during this stream, that I said, sit down and shut up because I'm not impartial. You're right. I'm not impartial. I'm not going to be fucking impartial. The reason why I'm not going to be impartial is because they earn nothing to have the. I was impartial when I showed up at Northern Watch. I saw the shit explode before Northern Watch. I didn't say anything. I kept my mouth shut. I watched. I listened. It only became a problem when you start to see things firsthand. And if you're brave enough to stand up and say, I have a fucking problem with this. And, you know, it's like, for instance, there's a certain individual that has started watching the stream that won't come on because he's concerned with the way that stuff happens on there. And I'm not picking on you, man. I'm just saying the thing out there. And the reality that comes up is if you don't take a stand on the stuff that's important, when are you going to do it? Like when it becomes too late and all of a sudden Airsoft's banned in Florida because Raptor decided to do some stupid shit like fucking allow somebody to use a flare gun at somebody. I'm not really telling people that you have to stand up either. It's one of those things that if the community stands up, and also if you think that they could sue you for saying stuff on a stream, he's fucking wrong. It's the same freedom of speech that he says, and while he's allowed to scream homophobic comments from the street. So nothing that we've said in this chat on this stream is in any way, shape, defamation of character because it's all their shit that they posted. No way in shape libelous because we're telling the truth from stuff that they posted. And as soon as somebody comes back with like, nobody's really said that, no, they have to make, like when Tax Shooter said, oh, well, they have to make their profit. When we're saying that $20 is $3 more than MSRP, how many people here actually have pricing on BBs? I do. I'm sure Deadpool does. Papa does. Yep. Braxton did because we have those things that go through. So when I say something, I say from a position of authority because I mean it. And I can tell you right now, if you're scared or concerned, I shouldn't say scared. If you're concerned about being sued by Raptor fucking Airsoft, they can't even get their field up and running without overcharging their customers. They don't have the $50,000 minimum retainer to sue somebody for defamation of character. How do I know that? Trust me, I know.
Hey, I got a little an injected point here. In 1 second. We were telling stories before. Go ahead.
Y'all remember Northern Watch? What's up, Christian? Russ, how you guys doing? Mark? Everybody?
We're so proud of you, Dom. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So I understand that you guys went over homophobia and Raptor and you know how shit they are. I don't really care what they think. What I say. Who went to Northern Watch?
I did.
Wait,
Okay.
to Overwatch? Yeah.
Northern
Watch.
I went.
Okay, so we all know how homophobic, you know, Juan is and whatnot. So Echo 4, Cass had made, I believe, 9 or 10 pride flag patches, and Juan was trying to get us to take them all off. And I don't remember exactly who. I believe it was either Madison or Cass got threatened to get kicked off of the field because she was wearing a pride patch. Actually, I had Juan tell me to take my pride patch off because it was offensive. And it goes against his beliefs. A patch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lucky
that's again with going on the talk of like pushing religion on people. I mean, that's literally all that is. I mean, it's because of something that they don't believe, then they don't want to see it. But I mean, I've seen people that are playing airsoft that, I mean, they have an upside down cross, which I don't believe in that crap. But my thing is I'm also not Christian. I'm not going to look at them and say, hey, you need to take that patch off. I mean, that's asinine. It doesn't matter what your religion is. If you don't like it, look over there. Look somewhere else. You don't need to be looking at the person's rig and what they have on it, or even put in your opinion. I mean, who do you think you are? Or you have no place in doing so. And that is right there, just not only the pricing and everything. I've never been there. I've never even met these guys. But my thing is just all the research and what people have told me and the comments and just all of that. If you ain't catching my ass at that field, and I'm no. Because, I mean, that's a crock of shit.
Everything you hear about them is true.
Even if you only believe 10% of it, look at what 10% would be. Of all the stuff you hear about him, even if it's only 10% true, look at how much of that would be. And that tells you, that speaks volumes. That tells you a lot about what someone or something is if you break it all the way down to 10%, there's not, of that 10%, 1% is not good. It's, there's you don't hear anybody, even what was it? I'm sorry, Tax Shooter, is that what his name was? They don't, even he didn't have good things to say. He said Juan treated him nice. Tom said, he gave him a ride. That was all nice and well and good. But step out of line. Everybody here has a story about that.
Like I said, they were Alcira was sweet as could be to me until I told her to stop filming on her Instagram with the stuff she was saying in front of my booth.
COVID.
Gentlemen, may I say, Mark, just one thing real quick?
No.
We're all event organizers, staff members, or team members of a higher caliber. Dom, I'm trying to include you into this.
No, you're fine. I understand.
It seems the entire conversation is simply that the lack of passion, how devoid the operator of Raptor is of passion, is in complete and utter conflict with how all of us push. Did Joker, come clean, Joker.
My right hand. This is my right hand. Right here on my spin.
Right. But there it is. It's just how the gentleman operates the facility is just in such absolute polar conflict with the passion and effort and ambition and drive. All of us, every single person in here, whether I know you personally or I followed you on some social media platform, you all put the effort in. You try so hard to just make this better than what it is. You just don't see it with that facility. And it just frustrates us so much. We've put years and hours away from loved ones just to make this hobby work for the players. Not for us, for the players. That's just where the point of all this frustration is.
So
it's just awful.
I also want to say this. This is the thing that it really pains me to go into it, because I really try to keep this channel free of politics and religion. Unfortunately, when we're talking about this facility, we don't even have to talk about the politics because that shit's over with, but the religion aspect of it. Like I said, I was raised in a Christian household. I was raised to listen to the Bible. When you're using the Bible as a weapon to segregate a group, you are literally going against the teachings of Jesus. You want to pick and choose shit from the Old Testament and try to say that, you're a follower of Jesus. Jesus literally died to get rid of the Old fucking Testament.
That's
your fucking religion.
And it's unfortunate that somebody who runs an airsoft field, especially an establishment that is a stepping stone for character development, to be so radical as to put their views and segregate and push down people, that could be an invaluable asset to our sport.
Learn your
it makes us look bad.
Religion. Oh, that's why I did the yelling now. You can go to bed now, but I got that out of my system, honey.
Christian and I, when Tiny and myself started, when Tiny and myself started DEO, it was really literally the same time Christian started Nomad, and we both had field, both were running fields, both were running games, and it wasn't about either one of our fields. It's about the players. We knew, first of all, that if they didn't have alternate places to go, things were going to get stale. So as individuals, we got together as a collective group, as a conglomerate, and decided that we were going to rotate our weekends. So Nomad gets this weekend and we get the next weekend, and we go back and forth. And that way the players can go back and forth between our fields and play. And we would play at each other's fields. We would go and we would help each other at the fields. We would do whatever it needed to happen, we would do for each other because we were close. I send people to up to DV8 and Black Tiger. They're the next field north from us. If I'm not having a game, people want to play, go there. They're open. They're always open. If you want a different field, go there. If you want to play indoor, go down to Miami. If you I've been up to Wayne's World several times to play. They finally got me up there for damn Fallout. Whatever. What's the shit it's called?
Excuse me, sir. It's called Wasteland. Okay.
Wasteland.
I've heard it both ways.
I don't even like hearing that word.
Being able to share
Wasteland
is what
Wasteland.
bringing these things, to each other. First of all, you couldn't possibly be any more different than me and Tiny. Literally, physically, in every possible way, Tiny are opposites, and I love him to death. And it's because of him and because of us, and because of the relationship we have with the rest of the community and the field builders that we can do this for our people. It really is. It's a wonderful thing, and to not participate in that as a community leader, which we all here are. If you run a field, you're a community leader. Your job is to guide these guys. And if you're not doing that, then you're doing harm. You're serving an injustice to the community and to the players. I'm sorry to keep getting. I don't know what this is, my soapbox, but there's no way I'm going to let this slide because I can't. I cannot do it.
They're going to be.
It's our passion.
Yeah, they're going to be the reason why we are going to lose. I want to say a minimum of 10 kids, adults, whatever, that aren't going to want to play because of exactly what we've all been talking about. They are going to go out to that field. They may not watch social media. They may not be connected to, all of our groups and everything, but they're going to show up there because someone's going to say something like tack. I mean, he's going to invite somebody or another person. They're going to show up and they're going to pay a significant amount just to play the game and then go, listen, man, I can't really afford this. So, and sorry, it was fun for this one-time thing, but I can't do this.
That's the problem right there. Like, most people don't understand what's the big deal about them charging $100 to play. That right there.
You can get a gun. You can get a cheap gun for $100. I mean, look. He may talk about Valken. Okay, he may say ASLs are crap. Whatever. Blah blah blah. But the thing is, we have.
I say that. But that's beside the point.
$5 that. But we have guns that are $165. You got guns that are $110 that are still pushing out your 350 to 380 FPS that you're going to still compete. I mean, dude, I have an ASL decked out right there, OEM, and I still can run with the big dogs that are running HPA and having a freaking blast. So, for $100 that they're going to take from somebody, you could literally buy a gun for $110, $10 more. Have a gun that you could play, and all you have to do is pay for entry. But they're not finding that out. They're finding out, hey, rentals at all fields, they're $100, and that's not counting your $50 you got to buy the BBs and pay for entry. So guess what? You're out $150 for 1 day play. That's a crock of shit.
So, all right, Skyfall Airsoft team. I'm not going to say the first part of it because I'm going to fuck that up. While we're talking about it. It's $50 to play. That's admission, $30, and you have to buy a mandatory $20 of the bio BBs they have on site.
$30 to play, and then $20 on for BBs.
And then on top of that, if you're a brand new player and you have no gear, it's $100 to rent the gun. Now, if you notice, it said gun rental. It said
so that's
nothing
not
about
even iPro. That's not face mask. That's nothing. That's putting mags in your damn pocket to go and fucking run around and then lose them just for when you get back up there and say, oh, I lost those mags. They're going to go, oh, well, that's going to be $20 a pop for each one of those. If not, you're banned. Welcome to Raptor. And welcome, you just kissed that airsoft player that could have been new to our community. Goodbye.
And that's why we're fighting so hard against this, because they're not ambassadors of the sport at all.
No.
They're like a tyrannical third world country that's trying to force their views on everybody, and there's another thing too, like, right. So let's be honest, in our political environment nowadays, that there's a certain stigma attached to guns. And we don't think it's a stigma, but there's a lot of other people that do as well. And with that, my hands were up. You guys saw it. They're right here. I didn't touch his shit.
Joker, you're going to jail if you keep doing this.
I think it was Nomad. Nomad had his hand on the keyboard.
I know, right?
Come here, I gotta get the...
What's that song? Banned in the USA?
Nomad did. Yeah, hey, that's Raptor's theme song.
When you start singing "We Are the World."
So the reality is, like, they're so hostile on the shit that they do that they're so counter to my mission, right? It doesn't matter what your sexuality is. It does not matter what your political background is. It doesn't matter whether or not you identify as a fucking chihuahua. What matters is, are you going out there? You identify as a fucking leprechaun. I don't want to hear that shit. Or an
God damn it!
It's small man syndrome, dude. Calm down.
So when you have this like stigma that's attached to our industry, and all of a sudden you see like TikTok. If I live stream TikTok right now with all this in the background, you know what ends up happening? My fucking live stream gets shut down.
Yep.
I walked around in my Hawaiian shirt and I was called a boogaloo boy by a racist fucking or an anti-racist cunt. And that, you know, when I say that word, I'm pissed.
So you can't wear Hawaiian shirts anymore. Not allowed.
She goes, "You're a boogaloo boy." I was like, "Bitch, I play airsoft." Is what came out of my mouth. It snapped. We are in that, and if you have a community like theirs that is so toxic towards the other side, that is publicly saying all this shit out in the open. And yes, I see you down there, Battery, but we got 6 guys in here already. You're too late. Bring him in. There you go.
No peasants.
So when you have somebody that's that toxic, that's saying that much hateful shit, it then represents the industry as a whole. Because what happens is it only takes one social justice warrior to look at one of their shit and apply it to all of us.
Yep. Oh, here you go. Here you go. What would I get from that?
It looked the logo's over your face.
I got Wazowski.
Sorry. Evie, I don't know what you're talking about. Ammo is the same across the country as it is in Florida. So it's like usually $17 a bottle or whatever, roughly in that area. So, yes, we're all down here in Florida. Yeah, I know, right? That's great. I could keep fucking doing that. That's awesome.
So I joined because I am on Raptor's side.
I removed him.
All right.
Remember that story, the stick?
And I don't believe you.
Go on and off, on and off.
Yeah,
No,
have some more shit.
So that means,
out.
that means you're okay with us banning you, right? So if you're down with Raptor's idea of banning people, we can just ban you, right?
No.
Ban me?
I'm fucked on both sides of the fence. It doesn't matter. I'm kidding. No, I'm gonna say my 2 cents real quick. One, they're lying about the city or the county mandating them about what they're doing with the prices. That's all bullshit. Because I was actually watching the live feed. I know Joker was there present when they did the meeting, whatever, with the county.
With my blue shoes on.
Yeah. It's all bullshit, guys. I just really feel bad for the new players, especially the young ones, or even the older ones like myself around my age that don't know anything about airsoft that are getting to the sport, and they're going to go to that field because it's going to happen. There's going to be some new players that are going to go to that field, and they're going to learn everything that's wrong about airsoft altogether.
Yep.
Point number 2 that I'm trying to say is when I think somebody already touched up on this, if I'm a company and I'm renting your property to do an event, that property belongs to me at that point. I'm running that event. So if there was somebody that was already banned from your field because of XYZ in the past, and they happen to purchase a ticket to go to that event, they're not banned at that point.
Right.
They should be able to there should be able to come in and play because they pay for that ticket for that specific event. They're there for that event, not to go play a regular game day at your field. So another thing is when he was doing his, I know I keep hearing people, oh, it's private property. Hey, I get it, I understand. But again, if I am renting that field to do an event, I do not want to hear your sermons. Leave that for another day for your regular game days. I should not be hearing that. Okay, and that really bothered me. I'm Arabic and I'm half Arabic, half Hispanic. So my religion I'm Druze on my mom's side. I'm Druze on my dad. Like Druze, I'm not going to get into specifics for that, but also half of my family is Catholic, and then my grandmother is Jehovah's Witness. You can imagine the family meetings.
The birthdays must be so intense in your family.
That's what I was saying, man.
Patrick,
Good God.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that.
Thanksgiving.
Your family reunion is probably all messed up.
I mean, there's all sorts of religion in my family, whether it be Christian, Catholic. I even have Buddhists in my family. I got Jewish in my family, Jehovah's Witnesses, Pentecostal, you know, and I'm the first one to say, be like, I don't care what you believe in, just don't push it on me.
Yeah.
You know, I respect all religion, just don't push it on me. Let my heart open up to whatever religion I want to follow, but don't push it up on people.
Yeah.
Especially at an airsoft event. I mean, come on, it's airsoft. We're there to have fun. We're there to shoot each other.
I mean,
it's our hobby. It's our escapism. Why are we bringing the real world into it? Honestly.
Thank you.
I mean, but here's the thing: is I'm not agreeing with Raptor, but I am going to say this: when it does come to, because we're kind of getting off a little bit on the whole reason why I guess we're talking about this, because my thing is like when it comes to religion, even like your normal work day, you go to work, someone's going to talk about it. I mean, it is what it is. You can like ignore it. It can be shunned off. But, and so that a lot of times is, I don't think as critical as the pricing, you know, the price gouge, everything else we've been talking about. Because now when it comes to the homophobia, you don't got to be Christian to be homophobic, dude. Because I've met a bunch of people that are just homophobic.
You're right there. However, he's using religion and the Bible as weapons against homophobia, women, and pretty much anything they don't agree with.
Oh, okay. So that he's actually when he's talking about it, he's bringing up the Bible.
He's known.
He's using it as justification and protection of that belief.
He's known for standing on the street corner, screaming in a bullhorn, homophobic statement about the evils of homophobia.
Yeah.
The problem is the Bible does not teach that. That is the New Testament. That's the Old Testament, and if they follow Jesus, it's the New Testament. And the core tenet of Jesus is love thy neighbor. What if he's gay? Love thy neighbor. What if he's Jewish? Love thy neighbor. What if he's Arabic? Love thy neighbor. What part of love thy neighbor do you not understand?
Let me say this.
I don't think religion is the argument. I think as a community, we should accept every airsoft player, period. No matter what their condition is.
Yes. All I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm here, and I'd like to think the other field organizers are here for just to demonstrate to the community members, all the players, that it's better. We're better. We are better than what's being demonstrated. That's not a representation of our community. We're all inclusive. We are here to cater to any needs. And more importantly, at the end of the day, this isn't a car lot where, oh, you want the friggin' car mats? It's like 30 extra bucks. You don't have a gun? Oh, Deadpool's going to grab a gun out of the back of his truck. Oh, Greg's going to grab a gun off the back wall. Oh, Joker's going to use one of the many guns he has to help facilitate people just being there.
We don't mags out of the crate that I brought with me.
Exactly.
Here you go.
We're not here to make money. The bills need to be paid. The lights need to stay on. This is true. It's an inescapable fact.
Now, before you say
it happens organically if you just support the people.
Well, and we'll still be open in about 3 months too.
Yeah.
It's just like our grandparents and great parents used to say. Don't let one bad apple ruin the bunch.
100%.
Exactly.
Lead by example.
Now, I am a capitalist, and I tell certain individuals all the time that they need to charge more, which is price appropriate for the market. I say that all the time.
Yep.
At the same time, I could see long-term benefits in me coming up and saying, oh, shit, you don't have a gun? Here, use one of my guns. I do it to a lot of people. Like I give them my lowest upgraded gun, which is still much better than anything that comes out of the box. It gets people going, holy shit, what's this? Now, not only did I get them excited to play airsoft,
Walmart.
Exactly,
But see, and therein lies one of the big differences. I run a field, and I own a company that sells some guns. My field is for everybody to come and play openly, right? So we keep the price where it is. We help the players grow and do all that. My guns run upwards of $1,200 or more.
Yeah, that's because your guns are sexy as hell.
Very much, sir. They
have that D-hop in them.
I'm not forcing anybody to buy my gun.
Hey, that's not true. That's not true. At Overwatch, I tried to buy one of them guns off your freaking rack, and you're like, oh, no, that one's not for sale. I'm like,
get in line. Get in line. Get in line. Get in line. Get in line.
I did the opposite. That you like that? I did. I
would have got raffled.
Buy it. I wouldn't let you spend the money. See?
Yeah, and then you raffled it. And I watched a little kid. I'm over here looking at this kid behind me that's got sexy.
I'm sensing some tension here.
I'm gonna stop this right now. I'm gonna stop this right now because we need to stop talking about the D-hop, and the reason why, and I am the only person that can talk about this because I was there and it slapped me in my face at Overwatch 6. Okay? Let me tell you how intense I am. Let me tell you how mad I am about this D-hop. Okay?
The D-hop this is the SSG 24.
I spent $430 on a Crytek LVOA that I sent it to somebody to go get it upgraded for $480. Once I got that gun upgraded for $480 and I got it back, it broke. I sent it back to him. Didn't get it back for 9 months. Once I got it back, I made a YouTube video and it failed. Then I sent it back to him. He had to do some changes and then I got it back. But when I got it back, it still failed, so I gave it to Greg. When Greg grabbed it, he cleaned it. Once Greg pulled his little fairy magic dust, all that crap, okay? Then I get my gun back and it worked phenomenally. Okay. Now I am over here thinking I'm a big fucking shot because I got an SSG 24 with a 150 spring with the heavy hop up arm and blah 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 and all this shit. I'm right at the fucking mark. I go with my Crytek. I Chrome at 1.55 joules, right on the limit, and I'm using 0.32 BBs. All right. And yes, granted it's a little windy, and on my SSG 24 I'm using 0.46 gram BBs. Next thing I know, my buddy Assault that has a D-hop with a Kythera running 3 O's outguns my SSG 24 in distance and accuracy. Do you know how pissed off I am? Do you know how pissed off? I spent over $1,000. If you do the math, like $1,200 on this Crytek. And then plus another $800 on this SSG 24 because at the time it was very expensive, and I get outgunned by a D-hop. Do you know my balls went from this, my penis did this, and I was like, "You win," and I left.
but hold on. Bringing it back to.
So what you're saying is you like the D.
I'm gonna have to get the D.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna have to get the D.
Hey, Gordy.
Yeah, but like bringing it back to just giving out of the pocket just to create an experience for a player. Like I'm the biggest sucker for that. It's one of the reasons I've never felt any reason to go to another field other than because Greg has been such a great experience to work with for this.
Yeah.
I also live very close to it.
Oh, the Amazon's watching.
And my first experience with Raptor really was Mark bringing it to everybody's attention, and I watched how they interacted with the community, and it really did leave a very, very bad taste in my mouth with how they decided they wanted to talk to either past customers, potential customers,
their ex-staff,
yeah. How they
their staff to the community and how they talked with people that they had worked that had done work for them.
Raptor.
Hold on. I
Very
want to
disheartening.
I want to do two. I want to show two. I want to do one thing that will actually have two effects. One, it's going to give me a giggle because of Yordi and Sarah. But two, it shows how our community is with coming together and doing awesome stuff. So somebody go ahead and click share audio, share screen. There we go. Yordi, please tell me your wife's watching.
Oh my!
No, she's watching a movie.
Stop it.
Is that battery?
Yeah,
that's me.
We're doing pie strikes for veterans for airsoft.
Wait, where was this?
Overwatch 6.
I know, but where? Where was it?
In the vendors row.
Yeah. That was Saturday night.
No, I was drunk.
Wait, you didn't get a video of me when I did this with my Wooby? It was flawless.
Oh, I see.
I think this is the good one. Yep, here it is.
Oh, this is when he gets twisted tea. I like Tinker's form. You saw that like that.
It was like dead right in the nose.
Yo, he pulled Iron Man.
I was not nominated on the official list to get a pie to the face. Greg was. Sarah wasn't either.
It was because of that shirt.
That $5 to get Sarah pied went through like 3 different hands before Yordi.
I'm the only one that's not afraid.
I was sharing the room with her. I was going to get castrated with a rusty spoon. Fuck you.
No, but listen, going back to Raptor. It's sad that a field that beautiful and so big, and these individuals have the opportunity to make something great out of that land. Okay, and if they did the right thing, I wouldn't be surprised that people, just like we do at Op 31, that people donate their time to build and do certain things. Same thing would happen with them, and it's just sad that these people are so ignorant and close-minded about how diverse our community is, or currently is. It just saddens me. It really, really saddens me because I'm just like Joker and a lot of us here. I'll travel. To go to a nice AO, to doesn't have to be a good event, but if the AO is nice and the field is nice and I feel comfortable and I love it, I'll go.
That's the part that sucks too, is because I ended up making for mine and Deadpool's team. I actually made jerseys. It has Reaper across the shoulders, has Warzone Airsoft, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to another local field. And the funny part is the one that shows up when you go to Google, when you're in Central Florida, guess the first one that shows up.
It's Raptor.
So then next thing you know, it's probably Deadpool, maybe a week and a half now, and all of this happens. Obviously, that's how I found out they were still closed, blah, blah, blah. And then next thing you know, I hear today? That all this shit's going down. And I am so glad. Actually, I'm kind of not, because I still would go there with I probably wouldn't get in the door, but because we're demons, I would have still wore it, and I'd wear our banner as a cape. But I mean, my thing is that's just, it's horrible that it comes down to that I can't even go anywhere local. I mean, I have no problem driving, but damn, man.
I would just say, if you had a negative experience, there's a thing called Google Reviews.
It's called Yo.
Let your fingers do the walking.
Hey, I promise you, that'll probably already happen, especially when them doors open up, people get to that front gate, and that 50th guy.
Here's the problem, right?
You can't come in.
Here's the problem, though, right? Because of how often they ban people from their page, the Raptor Airsoft page has a review of 4.5 out of 5.
They delete certain things though. Like I'm gonna try one.
You cannot delete reviews. What they're doing is they're banning people before they can review. There's a difference. But their Google one is at like 3.9, so it's dropping. So if you have a negative experience, there's a way that you can voice your opinion. And I don't advocate usually for trashing a business online. This one I do. But it all boils down to it. You're not gonna don't fuck with my industry and my players, right? And what I mean by my players, every single person that plays airsoft is my players.
Yep.
There's very few people that say, I don't ever want to play with you, and they get outed very easily because I put them up on the cheater cam or whatever. I don't have to even like you, but I'll still be friendly to you. You know, so because I'll go out of my way to make sure that people are having a good time when they play. Greg's seen it. You already seen it. I think everybody here saw it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. You figure that after all this time that they've been not in business and working on their field and doing the upgrades, that they would actually learn.
Hey,
Like,
I saw it. I saw it.
Speak of the devil as somebody that got in trouble at a field.
Yep.
Oh,
Mishka right there got in trouble for letting his temper get the better of him.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of like getting a full ban or anything else, he got his pee slapped a little bit for what he did, because what he did was wrong. No matter how justifiable it was still wrong.
But it was fair. Both sides got their pee slapped.
Now,
no, fuck you. No, I'm going to disagree. Fuck that. No, the other side did not get their pee slapped. They should have gotten their pee slapped with a fucking sledgehammer.
No, I agree with what Papa did. I agree.
Did you just say who said verbiage to me?
Hang on.
I don't know.
Listen, what ended the difference between a ban and just had I just told Misha no, that's versus what ended up happening between me and Misha was a lesson, was something that helped him become a better person. Look, I've known Mishka for years, right? Mishka's a good young man. He is, and he's growing a business, he's growing a family, he's doing all of these kind of things.
Tom, you know I'm not doing this, right? I don't know what it is with you.
I don't know.
No, I think it's him losing service. If he's like not near Wi-Fi or whatever, it'll disconnect him and then reconnect him.
Yeah.
My
Star
job
Chromebook.
as a member of the community and as community leader for what it's worth, because I run a field, is to look out for everyone that's a part of it. If Mishka did that, and with what happened with him, and me talking about it with him helps improve him, and that's what that's what he deserves from me. That's what I owe him, and that's what we all owe to those that we're there for. You know, we're not just there to collect their money and then give them a game. I don't believe that. I really don't.
Before we go pick on Mishka some more, because that's always fun. Papa, didn't you have like an offer for people earlier today? Are you going to still do that?
You know what? I will. As a matter of fact, you should have said it to me before when I was still really heated. I definitely would have said it then. I forgot. Yeah. If you come to Op 31 with a current, must be current. If you come to Op 31 with a current Raptor wristband, meaning you played there in the past week or whatever it might be, you get to play for free.
Well, I'm going to give you two names offline.
You saw my post.
Deadpool has an offer also.
Yep, we're going. If you come to our field, and if you've been told by Raptors Airsoft that you're a demon, or you associate with demons like us, we'll give you $5 off of entry. and I'm making patches.
So I will also say this: there's two people that, when all this shit was going down, I'm still able to post on Raptors.
Really?
Page. I don't know why, but I'm still able to. It's fucking awesome because
and here's another reason why I think, because I'm not banned from it either. For some reason, I thought I was. When I went to go back up, my Facebook ended up saying it was the page couldn't be shown, so I thought I got banned. Well, I went back in there and I was reading the comments. It ain't only us that are putting anything on that Facebook. There is some ones on there that I'm like, yo, how is this person not banned? Like, because they are talking. Like I saw one that said, I've never seen a business reopen and close so fast in my life. I've seen the comment that was underneath it and said, well, rest in peace, Raptor. One said that he'd much rather drive the 3.5 hours that he's been driving to go and play than get screwed by your business. Like, there is comments over comments of it, and I'm not surprised.
They're flying. So, but when they were asking questions, where can I go to play? I said, Op 31 has a game this weekend. I was like, I'm sure if you message Papa and say instead of going to Op 31, instead of going to Raptor, you're coming to Op 31 instead. You don't have to worry about paying for the big boss game. If he was that pissed off.
Big boss.
Hey Papa, I was gonna go to Raptor, but now I'm gonna go to the big boss game.
The community is filled with a bunch of shits like Yordi.
Oh, I agree there, but I agree there's a bunch of shit. But yeah, there's two people in particular that I did it for. So I was like, because she's taking her son. That's why she asked the question. This person asked a question about the reusable BBs, and they're like, no. And she goes, well, I think it's waste that I have to buy a bottle every time I go, you know. And then she's literally asking where else she can go. So
what do you do at the end of that? Like, at the end of the game, do you just like fill your mags and just start spraying at the wall, or just, hey, this is for the homies?
You pour one out for the homies. Yes.
Yeah, just, here you go. Here, take your bottle too.
You know, okay, actually, like a business idea for them, if they would do that, dig a giant 10-foot like diameter pit, and over the years just have people pour the extras in it, and then in a couple of years charge it as like a pool, and if you don't drown in the BBs, you get a free game day.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Oh, Christian,
I'm scared of you now.
Shot in the nuts.
By the way, it's crazy, man. But like I said, I think they're kind of going off of like how I said with Tack and everything. I don't think he's grasping why we're doing this, why we're having this conversation. I get he's backing him up. I get that.
In the chat, in this group here, who is a self-described liberal or leans liberal?
I don't care about that.
I'm a liberal.
I'm a constitutionalist. You know that.
I'm a libertarian. Yeah, I'm basically a constitutionalist. I'm a libertarian.
So the fact that he was going on and responding to me that because you're a liberal, it's like, that has nothing to fucking do with it, man. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're reopening. It has to do with what they're doing with their reopening. That's the problem. It's a separation. I wasn't actually going to address if they reopened until I saw what they're doing to the community. And until Papa said, when the fuck are we streaming? Because the comments were flowing. And then my inbox exploded.
What they're doing is exactly what a business owner would do in South America and in Central America. He's doing the same exact tactic that I see down there because I played in South America, and that's exactly what they do.
And I have no issues with like trying to help people, you know, understand and everything else, because, you know, really, it doesn't matter if you hate me or not. Your tears are delicious, you know, is the way that I say it all the time. I was like, I get hate all the time for useless nonsense. And I mean useless nonsense. So if you're not going to watch my channel, by all means, don't watch my channel. I was like, I'm going to state my opinions regardless of whether or not I have 5 viewers or if I have 5 million viewers. I'm always going to try to advance the sport and help everybody else in the community advance as well.
Have you guys even talked about the fact that I forgot I'm gonna just call her Al Qaeda?
No, Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera, whatever. When she was personally, I don't give a fuck. They can come at me. I don't care.
You heard it here. International terrorist organization.
Right,
Jordy doesn't give a fuck.
Like, hey, did you guys talk about?
Here's a social. Attack him.
Nope. I will know Allah Akbar, motherfucker. No, listen. No, in all seriousness, the fact that they were attacking people individually, and Deadpool said, calling people demon. Joker got called a demon. That's why he got a demon mask a while back.
I don't know where it went. I was gonna put it on.
I was what did she say to me on Facebook on one of the man, I forgot. She called me a racist. Actually,
Yeah.
Oh, been there, done that.
Wait.
Yeah, she called me a racist.
You're racist against brown people, and you hate women.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a machista. I hate women.
Wow.
I'm a
Really?
racist. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, I am a racist. I mean, my computer is Japanese. My let me stop myself right there before I get in trouble.
That's a sound clip waiting to be used again.
Oh no!
There you go. The FBI knows your location.
Hey, I promise you, I know that.
Your computer heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know. Anyways, the point is that they were attacking people personally, but yet we're the bad guys because we're trying to help you out with your business and trying to hey, you're doing this wrong, fix it. But hey.
She jumped on when I said that they fired Cassandra for being a woman. She jumped all over. Oh, you're a misogynist because you're going against because I'm a woman. No, I'm going against you because you're a horrible fucking human being, and you're bringing down our sport.
Yeah.
It just so happens you're also a brown woman. That means not jack all to me. You know, I didn't mention your sex or your fucking.
Oh yeah, that's right. She said that we were attacking her because she was a woman and she was a Latino woman.
She's throwing the
No, she's that brown one
card because she has no fucking
yeah,
argument. That's the problem. She's
She's-
just throwing that card. That's all she's doing. She's throwing that card because she knows that she's in the wrong. So the only way to curb the conversation in her favor is by throwing some bullshit like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that shit happens every fucking day.
It didn't stick because they said, really, you're attacking the liberal by calling him a racist and a sexist. That's fucking intelligent.
Hey, did you guys tell Deadpool about the 100 AEG only shoots up to 100 feet?
All right.
She went in front of
0.23 joules.
She went in front of the city or the thing, and
The
she
county.
said, the county, and she goes, "Yeah, Art, the players, they only shoot about 100 feet. That's it, no more than that."
What is it, a Springer?
She go in there with a Walmart
She walking
Springer.
around with a Walmart Springer.
And the sound they make is.
Sounds like that guy that brought that AR on the thing and said, "Hey, this is a fully auto gun," and he's
This is a ghost gun. The ghost gun.
The ghost gun, fully semi-automatic.
That's the guy with the shotgun. It's talking about the AR, and he's
It's
got
got
a
30
shotgun in
round
the
clip
video.
It's a fully semi-automatic.
All jokes aside, in all seriousness, I don't hate anybody in the situation. I'm just disappointed that all the effort we've all put in to make this something better just seems to be squandered.
You're a better man than me.
I genuinely I interpret this as you will. It's not a personal attack. It's honestly, I would like to think, especially Mr. Deadpool, Greg, it's a showcase of what airsoft organizers can be. And we really want to include everybody. We want to share this tiny, tiny sport with thousands more people than what we currently have. We love this sport. We want the sport to be exposed to the highest caliber, but when it's exposed, to be shown with the best of credibility.
Because of Raptor Airsoft, I dare to say that they're the reason why toxic players, when somebody says, "Oh, you're from Florida," "Oh, you're one of those guys."
Nope, it's Miami.
You're a demon.
I hate to say it, but I've heard that about Miami.
That's speed stuff. I'm talking about Milsimers.
Yeah.
Wise. It's about Raptor. Trust me.
So I could say this as a person that's done the most travel out of state to the most events and everything else. When they hear I'm from Florida, they say,
He lagged. He lagged. Still lagging.
No, I was getting hold of my phone. Primarily, it is Miami Airsoft. Secondly, it is It's battalion. Those are the two that get mentioned all the time.
Battalion?
Yeah, a battalion is regional to like South Carolina and Georgia and the northern central Florida area. But most people that when you're going to out of state, like remember, I think I'm the one that traveled the furthest so far, going all the way up to Pennsylvania and then up to Illinois.
Negative, California.
Dude, that'd be so sick. I want to go.
All right, so you're
so bad.
Playing airsoft.
Okay. I also went to Houston, Texas. When we went to Airsoft Palooza and we mentioned we're from Miami, dude, we got swarmed with questions about asking how bad is Miami Airsoft. So,
hey, what is Jigsaw saying? Hold on, I don't understand what he's trying to say. Quarantine?
The corn battery? Oh, and read it word for word.
Oh, I need the Quran. I need the Quran. He needs me. I need the Quran. I already. Hey, no, I can't. My body, according to the Quran, is already defiled. I drink alcohol and I eat pork.
I just realized you're both wearing some like beach shirts at like 10:47 at night. What the hell?
Hey, you all don't you fucking mock the Sunshine Band, man.
Excuse me?
I will shoot you in the dick.
Excuse me, two people?
Scardell.
I'm so damn.
This is my brand new one.
He's like, yo, I'm going on video to talk about airsoft. Honey, where's my Hawaiian shirt?
It's the Sunshine Band representation.
Hey, I've been wearing this shirt all day.
This is for all. This is for all the Josh Warrens out there.
Oh.
Going to be a furry convention at a certain airsoft field.
No, listen.
It looks like, hold on, wait. It looks like Papa's about to say something.
No. I'm looking at the 2 hours 47 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta.
Papa's like, dude, I gotta go to bed. This is getting a little overboard.
You got here late. That little.
But hey,
I got my girlfriend to the right of me. So
anybody from Raptor watching this, we just want to grow the community and want to make it better. So take notes from like that guy up there.
Yep.
You know, a game creator like Nomad, and then another owner down there, Deadpool. You know, just look at what we're trying to do. We want to grow, we want to grow the community here in Florida. When people think airsoft, they don't think Florida, they think California or some other like really gun restricted state. This is airsoft paradise right here, Florida. This is where we're gonna have the best airsoft right here, Florida.
And
I mean, California is pretty dope. I'm just saying that.
Forget those comments.
I'm just saying that field that I watch on YouTube.
And again, on a little bit of self-promotion note, since you all asked.
Yeah, I was going to go into that, you fucking little. You know what,
Greg? Cut him off.
You're getting shot
cut
in
him
the dick,
off. Cut him off.
You.
Jesus. Oh.
I'm lost in the sauce.
So yeah, somebody asked way earlier about the Big Boss game this weekend. Yes, it's going on. It is also a going away game for my son Dom, who'll be leaving on Monday.
This is some Brady Bunch shit.
We will have some regular games as well, but yes, it's Big Boss game will start. We'll have the VIP game, which is what it was called at DV8 this past weekend. Excuse me, Black Tiger this past weekend, but it's a game for Dom. And those of you that were wondering and interested about the Veritas gun, which I know some of you who saw it at Overwatch, which was the bolt action, it was officially fielded and tested this past weekend, and at 3.45 joules with a 0.5 gram BB. We reached a little over 400 feet.
Wow.
Dang. Oh, yeah.
With a 0.5.
Yeah, and slap somebody with that thing.
Hey, Greg,
Right?
what kind of barrel was in it?
It actually has what is known as the D-hop barrel. That is
average. You suck.
And actually, that one, since that's actually the stubby. The Veritas is the stubby. It's running, if I remember right, it's running a 370 millimeter barrel, which is basically an LVOA barrel, as opposed to a sniper length barrel.
Did somebody even just think of like the moment he ran those numbers, he's actually out shooting a full thrust system.
Yeah.
With a 6 millimeter BB.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to get fired. The R&D over there in Europe, in Geneva, wherever his office is.
Shut the fuck up.
We actually had to listen for the BB strike. We couldn't see it anymore.
Oh, by the way, I am volunteering to get hit by that thing. Just to get an actual shoot.
I've agreed, but I'm not recommending it. I've agreed.
All right. Now, I know a lot of you regulars that come out to Greg's Field, right? So if anybody that I've not seen out at Greg's Field, with the exception of Mishka, because, you know, him being in trouble and all, come out on Saturday.
You,
I have a new patch. Oh, wait, hold on. That's really fucking bright.
Yeah. So, Mark, Joker, you walked away before as I was saying this, and Randy, I just asked. April 10th will be our next night game because April 11th is North versus South 2.
Nice. Definitely going to be for that.
I'm going to recommend.
I heard that, by the way. I heard it when I walked away.
I'm going to recommend that North get their numbers together because South has already told me as of today that they have at least 25 more players coming than last time.
Yeah, I know who they are.
So
I'll put it like this: if I got to switch to back being a ref, I'm going to be fucking pissed.
You're not going to have to. We got this covered.
Hey, Greg,
and we'll be bringing all the hoses out to flood the field again.
Yes.
Papa, I do have a question.
That doesn't happen.
Is that gun the one that shoots around 400 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Is that ready? Is that ready to be used?
We're going into injection molding, so we will be next month. We'll be ready.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll bring it out this weekend, and
I was gonna sacrifice myself. Yeah. If somebody is new to Op 31, they get one shot to hit me at 380 feet.
You know, by the way, you know how hard it is to see a BB, no matter what color it is. We were using the stainless 0.5.
Doesn't matter as long as I feel it. It
is so hard to track that BB.
I got a bit of good news too.
Mishka, can I do it at point blank?
No.
Yeah, that's how you get banned, sir.
No, wait. If you do it, it's got to be to his ass. I got to be recording it because I need another 2 million view video, which I just hit 2 million views with me shooting.
I'm not scared. I got some pushing back there.
So who's pulling that BB out?
Not it.
I'll do it for the community.
I nominate that guy.
I'll do it for the community. I'll take one for the team.
Hey, he chose you because you got the same haircut.
So, going back into the community for a second, because it's going to be kind of close to, like, for those of you that need to leave or whatever.
Yes.
If your main concern is that Raptor gets shut down, you don't have a place to play. Well, guys, there are multiple, and I mean multiple communities out there. South Florida Airsoft community, Florida Airsoft community, Airsofters of Florida. Warzone Airsoft. There's a lot of communities out there that will help you get to a field, get to play. There's ways that you could connect with different people out there. My primary thing is don't be a dick. If you're not a dick.
Hey, that sounds familiar, Greg, doesn't it?
There's I guarantee you that there are probably people in your area that play airsoft that you can link up with and that you guys can go. You don't have a car, you don't want to drive 3 hours. Well, find a travel buddy, find an airsoft buddy. My particular team, we have people in 4 states. Yeah, 4 states. We have them Central Florida, down here in South Florida, West Coast. We have them all over the place. Find a battle buddy. Find somebody to go with. I guarantee you people will help you get you out on the field, and you start doing it. We try to do it all the time. Like right now, we're trying to get as many people as possible. Come out to Op 31 on Saturday. It'll be a good time. If I like you well enough, you might get the invite to have brisket at my house on Sunday.
Yeah, not only that, but if you also on Facebook, make sure you check out Warzone Airsoft. A lot of times we try to do all of our walk-ons and everything like that. We post on Warzone Airsoft. We also have an X-Force Mercs, which is our team. You can go on there and follow that. That way, one way or another, if you have any questions about the field or any questions about pricing, anything at all, definitely go and follow us.
If I can't answer your questions from Warzone, I have Dutch, who helps out, or if Andrew's on, or any of my other guys are on. We try not to leave any question unanswered.
Hey,
And
you
they're
guys,
awesome people.
You guys don't play on Sunday, do you?
No, we thought about it, but Jackie and Wayne, they get a lot of paintballers on Sunday. So I've done it before, Saturday and Sunday, but I found that the numbers, oh, hey, you're open Sunday. Okay, we're not going to come Saturday. So then you're back down to like 20 players on Saturday, 30 players on Sunday. We might try it when summer comes around. A lot of people, free time and everything, just to get people out. And we're also going to start doing, I'm sure you guys have seen it on videos overseas and stuff like that. But I did it when I first opened my shop. I had a 3-gun challenge, and it was real popular. We did it at night. I supplied food. We judged everybody. We kept everybody's scores. But we're going to be bringing that back, and we're thinking about doing Saturday Airsoft, and either later that day do the 3-gun challenge or more, or bring it on Sunday and have a section of the field just dedicated to 2-man competitions, gun run throughs, timed things, and everything. So that's going to be coming soon.
If you guys are available, April 11th, come on down and support Northern Airsoft.
Okay. April 11th.
April 11th, yeah.
North side is definitely going to need help because I talked to some of the guys from the south side, and they're coming with force. They're coming with unfortunately, with a lot. Some guns are upgraded by simple airsoft.
Oh no, yeah, you guys.
Oh yeah, then they're fucked.
Now, with that event, is that going to be a ticket situation where we got to buy tickets? Is that entry at the door?
That one we do that because it helps us track the numbers of North versus South.
Okay.
And the way we do it is it's an all-encompassing ticket. So it pays for the event, pays for your food, pays for your raffle ticket.
He needs to know how many patties he needs to slap on that barbecue, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Now, where do you go to actually, I guess, buy a ticket and everything like that? Is there a site?
Yeah. I post it up. Okay. We'll do the tracking of all the tickets.
And that's an all weekend thing, right? Saturday and Sunday.
So Saturday night when we do the North versus South, we do a night game on Saturday. We don't do a day game on Saturday. Night game on Saturday, and then Sunday is the day game for North versus South.
Okay.
Yeah.
April 11th.
April 11th. Yeah.
Write it down.
So and actually, and if you guys, when you guys come down, if you want it, by all means, and you guys, I don't think either one of you really have ever come down. Absolutely, positively bring. If you want to bring anything at all to represent the field, to represent Warzone, absolutely bring it down. The only thing I ask is if you want to sell something, just don't bring anything that I already sell. That's the only thing I ask.
Real quick, call sign Wolfman. You got pop over here. He's in Cape Coral.
Punta Gorda. The field is in Punta Gorda.
The field, okay, field is in Punta Gorda.
I have mothballed my field. I create content for other fields like BTA, 31. So I'm all over the place. I don't have a field anymore. I work with other fields now. So
I'm down in the Miami, Florida, like Davie, Fort Lauderdale area. But Potomac.
God, you can't pronounce it.
No, I can't. No, that's not the word.
You say it wrong. Gosh.
That's right.
Central Florida. I play in Lithia, Black Tiger, and then Lakeland at Tactical Airsoft Combat.
And the guy right below me,
Andrew,
Warzone. Same thing with the guy below him.
Yeah, Ocala, Marion County.
Yep, I'm in Fort Myers.
Where the demons lay.
No, fuck you. We were demons first. You and I were first.
Touche.
We were the first level of hell, all right?
We're the basement.
I'm just King Turd on top of shit mountain. That's me. Everybody loves the D, right?
I swear to God, if somebody mentions that D hop one more time.
All right. So April 11th, I just put that in my calendar, so I'll make sure I put in my time.
If you have a link, Papa, can you tag us in it?
Sure, of course. Absolutely.
Cool.
Wait. Hold on a second. Does that mean we're actually going to get an event posted like months in advance so people can adequately plan to attend?
Oh no, I'm going to do it like a half prior.
Oh, fuck! Of course you are.
Hello, look who you're talking to. You're talking to Greg, like the most.
You're gonna put it in a Facebook group.
All right. Well, Wolfman's all the way in Colorado. I'm sure it's cold as balls up there. It's called road trip or flight trip.
Oh, I know Fox Airsoft Field. I actually watch their stuff on YouTube. Yeah.
He does, Wolfman?
Well, I don't know if he works for them, but I know they have a YouTube channel, Fox Airsoft.
I have one. It's amazing.
Wow, that sold me on it.
It's got some. I don't have as many videos as players wanted, but we got some pretty good content.
I do have a lot of videos. Last time I checked, I have upwards of like 12 terabytes of fucking video now.
My God.
I love Reaper Pies. Reaper Pies get like this big. So, I mean, we get a lot of good stuff. Like, I got to go through and chop up. Oh, shit, that's what I got to put up. Oh, wait, hold. So, oh, man, he's probably going to hate me for doing this, but it's funny as shit.
What?
There's a break.
Not you.
Okay, good.
Gentlemen, I got to go.
Yeah, I got to go.
Oh, wait, before you go.
Oh,
you got to see this. You got to see this. This is like 40 seconds.
Hey, Papa, while he's trying to bring that up, question. At your event, is there going to be area for like camping or anything like that since you're going to be driving?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah, so and because we do have people that come that are going to come the night before, may or may not play the night game, but but they'll camp out. That way, they're there for the following day. And if you want, there's about 20 minutes north, not even full 20 minutes north. There's a hotel, and I think 20 minutes west there was a hotel.
That's where I stay. I stay at the fucking hotel.
We camp and we drink beer at the bonfire. And then we hope to God, cross our fingers, that we can play without throwing up the next day.
So there's definitely a statement. When somebody tells you to hold on, you should fucking listen.
Don't stop! Move!
Goodbye.
Man down.
Ejecto-cito, cuz.
I remember hearing that.
So let me tell you a little backstory about this.
It actually looked like he intentionally jumped off.
His body like rotated when it hit that corner. The momentum ended up pushing him the other way because his rifle was in the wrong hand. He should have been supporting his left side.
So I was holding on to him the whole entire time of the whole entire event until that point, because he kept saying, "Why are you holding on to me?" And I was like, "It's for safety purpose." And he's like, "No." So the one time I don't hold on to his shit,
Battery pushed him. Dude, he's like, "Bitch, okay, you don't want me to help?"
Gone.
I'm an ass. That's all I gotta say. That's probably gonna be next.
I do give him an A for effort for trying to twist his body and go with the momentum.
Try to run it out.
He tried to sidestep it. I saw that.
He was trying to be in that video when the bodies hit the floor.
That was a Fast and the Furious ejecto-cito, and it was caused by battery. Not changing my answer.
Battery malfunction.
Yeah, right.
When your battery's low.
Dude, I was laughing. So, all right, I shouldn't say I was laughing my ass off. So, what the funny thing about it is, like, first 30 seconds of the game, We had a guy on green fucking eject his ass out of the back of that back of a truck.
Back of a truck.
He
Bad.
cracked his
Smacked
head.
his head.
He knocked his ass. He knocked himself silly. You know.
You talking about an Overwatch?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
It was like the first, right as we exited the alleyway.
2, 1, go. Wait, whoop.
Dude, hey, Overwatch 6 was my first Milsim ever, okay? And the one time I go to get into a transport vehicle, they're like, hey, get inside the U-Haul.
Yeah.
We're going to drop you in the AO. I'm like, dude, that's dope. Let's do it. I jump in it. They drive all the way to the other side of the field, park right next to it, right by the AO. Tells everybody to get out. Dude, next thing you know, all I'm doing is watching everybody drop a knee and put their hands up while I'm still sitting in the U-Haul like, I'm getting out this motherfucker. So then they go to the other side of the AO just to drop us off again and slaughters the whole team in like 3 seconds. Never again in a Milsim am I getting in transport.
It's kind of hard because I know for a large portion of the game, I was sitting at the 360 with my Jeep with a saw on it, and like Joker was there at one point chasing down people out of the U-Haul.
Yeah, dude, that was bad. I lost my intel because of that. I lost my call card because of that.
Right in front of you. Shoot him.
Yep, first 30 seconds of the game.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah, this is right when we got to our main point over there that everyone's like, ceasefire, Mississippi.
Yeah, that's quick.
Yeah, it was first 30 seconds, and all of a sudden it's like.
This was on Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Damn.
I want to know how the people that rented the U-Haul van explained the dent from one of the tag-in rounds on the van because there's a picture of it. And he was pointing at it.
It's called
For coverage insurance, they don't have to explain anything.
What happened there? I don't know. Bird.
Yeah.
Came at high velocity and just smacked into the side of it.
No,
Burn mark and all.
I gotta go, guys.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
All right, everybody. Cool.
Hey, Papa, give me that information, man. We're definitely going to try to show.
All right. Yep. You'll see.
Bring a camper.
Stay back.
I'll post it up. I'll tag you guys in it.
All right, cool. I appreciate it.
Thanks, boys.
All right, man. Everybody have a good night.
Catch you all later.
Later.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, Joker.
No problem, Deadpool. I'm sure we'll be talking.
Definitely. Thank you.
First,
and y'all have a good night.
Yep. I'm also going to head out too. Gentlemen, it's been a complete pleasure.
As always.
Yes. Good night. Tom, I love you.
So it's a shame. I have orientation on Saturday, so Pop, I won't be able to make it out there, and especially after hearing you describe it, how it's like an actual almost like a video game thing. And I was like, God, that sounds rad as shit. I was like, man, next time if you do another Big Boss event, let me know. Or I'm kind of stoked for the North versus South thing. The last time I heard the words North versus South was, I want to say, a field in Orlando I used to play at back in like middle school. No, it was middle school. It was high school for sure. So I don't know if it's continuing that or not, or if it's something completely different.
No, so when we came up with it, somebody asked us that last time too. No, this is completely. So there's a couple of games that we run that are true to us. One was we did the 6mm shootout, which will be coming back again, except we're a little more.
Is that cowboy themed?
What's that?
Is that cowboy themed?
No.
Okay.
6mm shootout is it's you actually have to go through trials first. It's individual. You're based against clock and target, and when you make it through into the finals is when you actually fight other teams. This is all about you proving how good you actually are, not how good you say you are. Right? When we held it last time, we gave thousands of dollars worth of prizes away. But people like everybody that said that they were going to come out. A tenth of the people that said they were going to come came. Why? Because airsofters don't like to have to prove how good they are. They'd rather just pretend that they shot all those kind of people.
There is a couple of fields that during like lunch hours have used the little fake tin cans targets and done quick 3 guns.
Yeah.
And I've had more fun doing that than doing like a Trouble in Terrorist Town match or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
we do that. We do that game. We do Big Boss, which we started Big Boss about 1.5 years or so ago. And it's just been been growing since then, and it's a lot of fun. It really is, and it really. As long as you want to play that kind of game, you'll have a blast. I've only had a couple people who are like, "What is this?" And then why did you play? We explained it, But that's a lot of fun. North versus South, when we came up with it, really was because the difference in play styles between, you go from Naples on down. That's one whole play style. From Fort Myers on up is a whole nother play style. You've got
smack dab in the middle of Florida where I played speed or the speed sim. Is that what most of my friends call it?
Speed QB, yeah, those guys that and so. But what you get to see is, and Joker is a testament to this. What you get to see is, although speed QBs play one way and milsimmers play another. Excuse me. You get this. You get this combination of battling, because speed QBs maybe fast and speedy boys and all that, but they've got good acquisition. If they're a good player, they've got good target acquisition. They've got that kind of play where you've got your milsimmers who are, they're sneak and peek and all that kind of stuff. So it's two different play styles playing against each other really makes it an interesting game.
I'm mill speed.
And like I said, we had in terrible conditions, and everybody was made aware of the terrible conditions. We had 136 players turn out and play. Wow. And even though the conditions were terrible and we had a couple of iffy situations happen, we still have people wanting to come back, more people wanting to come back and do it. So we're definitely going to accommodate that because people really want, they had, all in all, people had a good time.
Most of us had a good time once Mishka ruined the game.
Well, he was the icing on the cake. How about that? He was the icing on the cake. I wouldn't say he ruined it, but he was the icing on the cake.
Well, to give you an idea, this is what we were dealing with.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
It no kidding. It really there were points where it was definitely chin deep.
Wow.
You know what?
What happened? Because you said something about hoses, and I was like,
no. The hoses I was kidding about. Look, Mishka, wow. No, I was kidding about the hose thing. We were going to do it just to make it be like this again. No, this was when was last North for South? It was about 4 months ago, right? And we had like a week.
October,
steady rain.
Beyond 10 feet, but
like steady rain for a week.
Bro, but you are hit.
And we've been planning this game for months.
Got hit.
So there was no way not to let it go. But I gave everybody the opportunity to back away if they wanted to.
Not 10 meters.
And even the day of, I said, "All right, everyone, look."
But anyways, you're hit too.
You go out, go look at the field. If you don't want to play, come up now, and we'll give you your money back. And everybody stayed. Not one person asked for their money back. Everybody stayed and played. That was
I would have asked, do you have extra socks? That'd have been the only thing. I'd have been like, you got an extra pair of socks so I can drive home?
Well, that's like if you go to an event and you don't bring an extra set of clothes to get changed out of on the drive home, that's your own fucking fault. But I will tell you this. There was one individual that decided that he was going to badmouth the fucking field on his video, talking about horrible conditions and totally misled, the fact that everybody was told, go check it out. If you don't want to, I'll give you a refund.
You understand, a lot of people try to do they do clickbait titles because they want to get that hype, but they don't understand the title that can have.
This was in the video itself.
Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
He posted it in the video himself, and it's like, dude, that's what the fuck are you doing, man? As a content creator, I know that I don't want to burn really any bridges with any fields. Again, re-emphasizes why the stream, us going after Raptor, is a big deal. But to sit there and go after fucking that field in those conditions, when
I don't think the county would have been happy if they'd have seen that flooded field.
Everybody I talked to, and I talked to Peter today from what's it called, Dade County Milson. He agreed. Jokers, he said everybody that played today said within 3 to 5 minutes you were wet, so it didn't matter anymore. Like That was
And
part
it
of the
kept you
gameplay for that day.
cool. It kept you cool because it was 90 degrees outside, hot as fucking balls, but you were kept cool because your feet are in 70-degree water that you're splashing around in. I was having a fucking field day. And the great
Well,
thing
no,
was,
yeah, that's one of the things. I don't mind getting wet for sure. Because I mean, I know at Black Tiger we have the streams or the rivers that are, you know, they look a little conceiving. You think they're about knee deep, and you go in them, and they get waist deep real quick. So there's been many of times where I've had to jump in those to get a tactical advantage in the middle of a game. So
yeah, it's. I mean, again, like I said, I was worried about people being upset. And I didn't want anybody to feel bad about any of that, so that's why we gave the opportunity. I mean, look,
yeah, giving them the opportunity. That's the biggest thing. I mean, you know, if somebody has a bad day where, you know, it's their first time out and they just don't get any kills or whatever, you know, if you refund somebody their entrance fee or give them free lunch or something like that, or they'll at least leave with a good taste in their mouth and not feeling like they had a horrible day. So if somebody drives out 3 hours, like, well, damn, I don't want to get wet, and you give the opportunity, you're like, okay, well, at least I can go try it. And then 5 minutes and you're like, I don't care, I'm soaking wet, but this is the best airsoft. You don't get to play Navy SEAL very often in airsoft, so
it was a, you know, if he didn't, if like, there's a couple other fields, like I'm sure that if there's a certain field that we've been talking about had that sort of condition come up, they've been like, fuck you, you paid us, so play or not. But with Greg's field, he was very clear, made multiple mentions of it, not once, not twice, and over both days at that. The night game and the day, and it's like we're splashing around. We're already fucking soaking wet. Like Friday night, it's like my shoes were still wet the next day. I stuck my feet in there. I was like, ew, but then I stuck my feet in the water, and I was just going. It was truly a unique experience on the field, and for somebody to sit there and bitch and complain, yeah.
Well, no, I've seen that where people say, like, quote unquote, mag dumped a kid at XYZ field because they're trying to get clout or blah blah blah, or this person's cheating or something like that. And you know, they're trying to get the views that they think that's what's going to help them. And you know, granted, like, one, I think a lot of people think people are cheating when they're not cheating because they don't understand either how accurate they're going or, you know, or whatever it is. Like, you know, I've seen that, you know, firsthand where, and I think lots of people have all the examples, they're missing inner barrels or, you know, they're dry firing and you're like, hey, let me help you or whatever it is. But I mean, a lot of people will chase YouTube clout or, you know, try to get monetized, whatever it is, get the view hours, whatever they got to do. And I think I've only had to talk to maybe like 3 or 4 players about it, but I would imagine though, you didn't ban that player forever. Did you went and talked to him and said, hey, either?
Oh yeah. So you're talking about the one that we had the problem with. This is actually, if you look in the chat, if you look in the comments, you'll see E4 Michka, and he mentioned it earlier, way up above. He said he took full responsibility for it and all that. He got upset. Things got heated. So, and you can imagine, obviously, as cool as you were, you know, soaking wet all day long. There was a lot of players on the field, a lot of BBs flying, like, you know, all of that getting heated. And
there was a lot of cheating, not calling hits.
Yeah,
and
there was a lot of that going on.
There was, like, they even posted a video of themselves cheating the medic rule, running up and medicing 2 people within 6 seconds. So I got to finish this because
again, I just wanted to.
Well, yeah. So Papa. So that's what I'm saying. So Papa has Greg has an interesting outlook on his field. He's not going to immediately ban somebody for what he could 100% rightfully do. Hey, I have video evidence of you breaking my game dynamic by breaking the rules, talking trash about my field, not giving my side of the story. That's an arguable bannable offense.
Oh, for sure.
Your player base would say, hey, that's justified. You chose to take the higher road and say, hey, I'm going to talk to you. Don't do this again. Or maybe I will have to ban you or whatever.
So the incident that happened was that he was rushing in to go shoot people. He was hitting players, thought he was hitting players, got shot in the mouth, which inside the mouth, not in the face, inside the mouth. I said it, when you mix pain with anger, there's usually an what is the best way to put it? It's not an intelligent response that you have. It's just a reactionary response that a lot of times is not positive. And he opened fired on full auto. That team all of a sudden got a little butthurt about it because they got full autoed, but at the same time, they weren't calling hits, and they were shown just minutes earlier cheating on the medic rule, shooting up into the tower from CQB. They showed their own video of them cheating.
Yeah.
So, and it's something that for me to get off the field, to stop playing a game that I'm invested in because I'm trying to help promote things going, put on a ref jacket and then start walking around and calling people out from both sides. I wasn't just picking on one side. I was going after both sides. And one of the same individuals then posted a video, highly edited, trying to show him in a good light with an interaction where I caught him getting shot. He then walks away. I ask him, "Are you dead?" He goes, "No." I was like, "Yes, you are. You got shot in the back." He kneels down and posts a video of him talking while dead, telling the medic how to come up to him on the radio while he's being medicked, telling his teammates where the guy was behind the objective. That's a massive disrespect to the field. I don't like it.
Boy, a universal rule normally is dead men don't talk, but you can call for a medic normally on a radio. Normally.
You
don't tell a medic how to crawl up behind.
Yeah, but you can't say wait until this guy's done shooting, or you can't guide them. You can just say I need a medic. That's where it's supposed to end. To finish it for me, on Mishka's behalf, he ended up. I did ask him to leave, and I asked him aggressively to leave. I was not happy, and I didn't want to hear anything from him because I asked him the appropriate questions at the time. Did this happen? Did you do this? Why did you do this? His answers were exactly as you would expect him to be. He was honest. He said he did it on purpose. And okay, you just admitted, you told me you took responsibility for it, but you told me you did it on purpose. I told him to leave.
He walked up.
We spoke later on the phone. We discussed it. He apologized. He manned up. He did everything he needed to do. Recognized he was wrong. You're welcome back to the field. Of course. I did also speak to some of the other parties who had things like that happen from their end, who they knew they were wrong. They apologized to me about what they did on the field and accepted responsibility. That's all I need. Look, it happens, but if you build habit, if it becomes habitual for you to not react that way, then it doesn't become it doesn't become a reactionary thing. If you allow your temper to get the better of you every time, then that's going to be who you are. I try to promote. That's why, like Joker said earlier on, that's why I more than emphasize, don't call someone else's hits. Worry about your own integrity. If you can do that, that means even when they're shooting full auto at you and they're not supposed to be, you're not gonna get angry. You're not gonna get mad at them because that's on them. You call for an admin. You don't call them. You call for an admin. Let an admin take care of them. If you can do that, and you do that every time, then you'll have like what happened at Overwatch for myself and some people that were there. I see Tan doing something they shouldn't be doing, whether it was not medicing right or whatever. I don't say shit to them. I see an admin. Could you please remind them that this is how it's supposed to be? There's a guy shooting AT4 inside a building, inside the doorway. I asked him, "Hey, I'm not sure. Are you sure you're allowed to use that in a building?" "Yep, I checked." Still wasn't sure. So the admin, "Hey, admin, are they? I'm not gonna fight with the guy. I'm not his dad. I don't know this dude. He's got his own integrity to worry about. But if I'm worried about the safety of some players, I'm gonna check things. I'm not in charge. It wasn't my game, so I'm gonna let the admins handle it. That's how it's supposed to be. If we keep doing that, we keep training all of our players to behave that way, watch how fast this whole thing turns around. Watch how fast the integrity of the sport increases.
So I will say, when it came down to Mishka, right, he did not get pissed off. He walked up. Greg yelled for Mishka to come. Mishka comes walking up. Is that an LMG? Is that an SMG? No. Get off my field. Mishka, head down, walked away.
Yeah. And they were shooting full at the game. The game mode did not allow M4s, riflemen to shoot full auto.
Gotcha.
He took the gun, showed the gun he shot with, asked him the questions, and off he went. By the way, Blade Shadow, is your gun D-hopped? No? Then you ain't hitting no one. Keep shooting. Please screenshot that or something. I want to put that up on the site. I love that.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Crytek. I've got to reach out to you because I've got a problem with it. It works fine for me, but hearing Battery's testimony, I'm like, okay. And I even told some people Black Tiger about because I heard that story, and I was like, I was working the table, but I was like, I knew you had one. I was like, God, I want to go test fire it. I want to go see it for myself. I didn't get a chance to walk over, and I was like, gosh, but I'm pretty sure you got the links. I want to get one of those for that, and probably the P90. The P90 doesn't need it because I use that thing for engagements of 1 foot to 2 foot. But if it's that good, and it can like increase my 1 joule gun, maybe because I don't care about guns that have 450.
Just 2 guns that he hates to fucking work on.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I got a Crytek and I got a P90. The P90's got the easiest gearbox to take out of the gun.
Wait. Please.
The barrel comes out super easy. The whole upper comes off in one bite. Why do you not working on P90s?
And SSG too.
I was gonna say, dude, tell me you have an SSG one. Please tell me you have an SSG one.
No, I don't know. No, but I did just win the bolt action from Rage that the M40A3, the APS one that I know is only like 400 feet per second. So, but I don't know what that's compatible with TM part wise or blah blah blah.
We can do some work to it though. Like I said, I really don't like to. I don't know, 2 by 1 or whatever. That's what I got Joker for. But
that's why I get paid the big bucks.
If I don't talk about anything else that I've built, although I love the stuff that I'm bringing to market now because it really is very innovative. I think it's giving the players what they've been missing. But forget about the other guns. Forget about all that. I will honestly say that's why I have the guarantee. I have the D-Hop. Is the best thing I've ever created, and if you find a better patched barrel on the market, I'll buy it for you. I'll say that every time. I spent a long time getting the material and the process down, and when I did, I duplicate it every time exactly the same way. Every time, every single barrel comes out the same way, and I had one person at Overwatch that I gave him his money back because I shouldn't have even done it. I was trying to use the wrong bucking because I couldn't find the buckings. I was trying to shave it down. The bucking was doing all these things and it just wasn't feeding right for him. And rather than have him walk away or me give him excuses, told him, sorry, I can't do this for you now. And I gave him his money back and we called it a day. It's the only time I've done it, and actually had nothing to do with the barrel. It had to do with the bucking. And I'll never make that mistake again with anybody. But I pound for pound, dollar for dollar, absolutely the number one improvement you can put in your gun is a D-Hop barrel. You don't have to change your battery, you don't have to change your motor, you don't have to change your spring, you don't have to change any of that. If you're going from a stock gun, you'll get up to 25% increase in FPS and up to 30% increase in range and accuracy.
So,
do you recommend Japanese spec BBs or normal spec?
So, for me, there's only a few BB companies that I will recommend. Obviously, I'll recommend HPA. HPA is a phenomenal BB. The EMG and Elite Force Bios I recommend. I don't sell anything. I don't sell anything I don't recommend. I use the EMGs and I use the Elite Force in all of my guns. I spent at Overwatch. I used one of my Spectre guns, which is the M4. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I used my Spectre gun at Overwatch. It's the M4 race stock based gun. The entire all of Saturday I played only used 8 CO2 cartridges. And
not only dented the door to the bug, but he broke the plastic where you have your armrest at. He sent 2 fucking shots at me, dented the door, and the other one went like this, like that. I said, "Holy shit!" And I leaned back, and I said, "That's fucking Greg."
Only fired 1.53 joules. We're shooting 3 O's. So those are the BBs I recommend. You have to use quality BBs. Though, because it is a 6.01 barrel.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be a Japanese spec BB, so it can be a normal American-based EMG, because EMG is what I normally use, just because you can pricing and quantity, and then after that it's Elite Force. Yeah.
Yeah, I use the EMG Bio tracers because most of my guns have some kind of tracer on them, and I have yet to have a stuck BB. I don't have any residue come off, nothing like that. They work beautifully in guns.
So, before we wrap up, somebody just asked me if the scatter gun was tri-barrel, and I was like, I don't know. Let me go check. I looked inside. When I looked inside, when I was saying, "Oh wow," there's an indentation on the interior of that tri-barrel. So somebody shot down the barrel of my gun, and I don't think it's going to show up on camera. No, it's just a little bit too dark.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, I didn't shoot you. When did I shoot you in the mouth?
All right, hold on. If I can rotate it properly. Hold on, because yeah, see it right there.
Almost, yeah.
See that little indentation?
Yeah.
Somebody
Robin told you.
Somebody shot down the barrel of my shotgun. I was like, that's fucking impressive. And as a matter of fact, there's actually a crack on the orange ring.
Oh, better the barrel than a run cam or a GoPro.
Right?
You gotta be
Oh,
optimistic.
I'm just saying that if you think about it, that's kind of impressive that somebody shot down the barrel of my gun.
He was probably 20 feet away yelling at you to call your hits too. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you know how many people, like, when I racked that shotgun, they shit themselves? I mean, I don't know if you saw
Is it a spring one or is it one of the Jag Arms?
Jag Arm scattergun, baby.
Gotcha. Have you ran into jewel creep on those?
I don't know, because you really can't chrono them all that well.
Okay, well, no, the reason I asked, because I was hand loading one at a time, one BB to try to get a good chrono on it, and I was getting like crazy jewels and I told the kid he couldn't play because it was like 20 jewels. And then eventually we pulled it back like 6 inches and can get it to like 1.8 joules with 0.25s. So I don't know if you ran into any issues like that.
Sorry. Did you see that at all? I'll listen.
Oh, yeah, you got right in the button.
No.
Hey, you fucking cocksucker.
Oh, wait. This one's better. Because people go, how the hell did you get them? Right? So I give an explanation of why Nick's ass hurts so much. And then I might free frame and slow it down. That's like the key thing about Miami Airsoft. You got to watch for shadows.
Hey, you fucking cocksucker.
Bink! Oh, sorry. That to me, every single time I see it, it keeps getting funnier.
What, 1.8 million views, you said?
1.9.
1.9 million views.
It's my first, and I was just looking through some of my older videos. I didn't realize that I have one video that's got 2.9 million views, which is the one of me with. I have a warning that this action in a video could cause serious injury. Are you fucking kidding me?
Can I address Mike Patton, buddy? It's on its way. The delivery took much longer than expected. Obviously, thank you, Evic. But the build is in progress.
Yeah. What the fuck is that shit? Look at this crap.
Well, it could
cause
people.
What the? Is the frying pan one?
Yeah, this action of the video could result in serious injury. It's fucking foam.
They don't know that.
Yeah, they do. Like literally, it's you know how many videos I have?
You have to do disclaimers and say this is not a real frying pan.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah. Say, but this is a real Twisted Tea. Tell them that though. Yeah, that is not fake.
Oh, that Twisted Tea video I put up, that had a real Twisted Tea. We bought that for Overwatch, and my goal was to throw it inside of a building and say you're all dead. It never got used.
Give me 1 second.
But oh god, I got to put up that video of Gage now. He's gonna
So I mean,
hate me.
I do thank you for the opportunity for allowing me on, so I could hear your guys' feedback. And here are some of the stories of people's interactions and dealings. Because I've only had positive interactions, but I've only had one interaction. So, but I think it was hearing other people's interactions and hearing what they've been told when they've just voiced opinions. I'm kind of curious where that field's going to be a month from now or 2 months from now.
I don't think it's going to be in a positive place, to be honest with you.
I would hope personally they would adjust their pricing model or adjust their maybe get more feedback from the community of how they could address these. It's like, I mean, I don't know if they're going to change though. I don't know if they're going to change. I would hope that they would change.
Unfortunately, I don't think they will. And the reason why they won't is because it's not within their mindset to admit that they're wrong in anything, which is the reason why they had so many of the problems that they're having with the thing. So personally, I really don't want to be bashing the field, but the shit that they came up with, yeah. What's the price for North versus South, not North versus West?
North versus West, a whole another game. Not sure yet. It's going to be between $35 and $40, but that I believe that's what it is, and that incorporates the field, food, and raffle ticket.
Yeah, but you also have to spend an extra $20, but you get 4,000 BBs for it. But you have to spend.
But they only go up to 0.28s, and
you pay extra too if you get the higher ones.
Yeah. I did want to show you this. So this is an Umbrella Armory. Let me see if you can see it well enough, though.
That's a flat hop system, right?
That is their R-hop.
R-hop, my bad. So that's where they cut out the nub and they make a nub specifically and they groove out the barrel, right?
Yeah.
Window is.
I can't get it to zoom properly. There. Oh. So if you look close, you'll see.
There we go.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Put your hand behind
it. There you go.
You had it.
Hey, there we go. Oh.
As you see. So you see how shiny it is. Their material versus.
There you go.
It also appears to be a different texture. Does it have better grip?
Oh, very much so. The viscosity of it is so much better. And if you look, oh God, can I get it? Not quite. Just trying to show you. If you look inside there, you'll notice the patch itself goes all the way through the entire inner diameter of the barrel. So there's no open gap in the window.
Gotcha.
So between the patch material itself and the process that we do it, the touch on the BB is so gentle that you get no turbulence, but there's so much grip. That's why Mike was able to shoot and I was able to shoot. I was shooting 0.3s through the wind and all that because there was so much magnus, there was so much spin on the BB that it was less affected by the wind. That's why it can carry it as far as it can carry it. That's why, because there's so much backspin. When you have something that is, slick, basically, which is what.
Is your contact patch bigger too?
No, it's the same size as whatever the window is. So this window happens to be a little bit different than the one I just showed you.
Gotcha.
When it's that slick, you're not getting quite the grip. The firmness is also, if you were to feel the two of them together, this feels almost like closer to plastic than rubber. It feels like a bucking. Mine does not feel like a bucking. Mine feels more like God, what would it be? Almost balloon. The difference that difference between that
like a latex versus rubber.
Yeah. The difference between when your tires are fresh versus dry rot. And that's probably the best explanation because very little grip. So you need more. You need to push harder. You need more hop on it and all that. Mine, I mean, I've over hopped, 4.0s, 4.2s, 4.6s. It's not hard to do it. But when it comes out, like I said, with the Veritas, 3.45 joules, shooting a 0.5 grand BB, and I'm going over 400 feet. And that's with a barrel about that size. Where the hell am I? Right there. So that's a 388. I think I'm using a 370 in the Veritas versus this crazy. This is from a DMR actually. I took out and replaced with a D-Hop barrel. That was an Umbrella Armory barrel. Oops. So that's the big difference between a D-Hop and an R-Hop and a flat hop and all those others. Is the material and the process that we do, and that's why I can be so confident in it. Joker has it in the majority of his guns, and slowly but surely, I'm hoping all South Florida gets it, and then I just think it's a game changer.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I'm definitely really interested. I'll definitely reach out to you, tell you what I've got, tell you what my buddy's got, and we can see how much we're looking at.
Yep. Just all you got to just tell me lengths that you need, and that'll vary the price.
Gotcha. Can you do them on Promi barrels if we send you Promis, or is there specific barrels? I know you said or something earlier, like some barrels you can, some barrels you can't.
So the only barrels that you can't do are gas blowbacks. The gas blowbacks that have the open window.
Gotcha.
And we're working on a process to try to make that happen. It's not easy. I don't even know if it's going to happen, but we're trying. The as far as doing them on like a Promi barrel or something else, we can patch any barrel. We just won't guarantee the barrel.
Gotcha.
I only guarantee a barrel that I know comes from me. Ours are. I mean, it's not because it's like if I bought the Promi barrel and I patched it myself and I did all that and I tested it and I knew, then I could guarantee it. I know I run all of our barrels are Angel Custom 601s. That's what we did all our R&D with, and that's what I know works. That's every single one of our barrels is that. And so I can guarantee that barrel for sure.
Okay, cool. All right, well, guys, I'm going to sign off. Good chatting.
It's about that time, so we'll go ahead and want to thank everybody that has been on, everybody that's watched. We have maintained throughout the course of the entire stream 17 plus, like the first 3 hours of the stream. First 3 hours, we were averaging 30 viewers. Now we're down, like we hit the 3 hours and 45-minute mark, and it's like, all right, guys, we're out of here. So we do want to thank everybody that came on. We want to thank even Tax Shooter that gave his venomous support for Raptor Airsoft. We, like I said, I hold no ill will towards him. I'm just gonna vigorously argue my point. So we will be having our normal scheduled stream on Thursday. So we'll probably go less because we're definitely going to be talking about, the big boss game coming up. We're going to talk about some of the other stuff that's going to go on. So please join us. I know Deadpool's like blowing up my thing. He wants to be on the stream. He's like, please let me on here, please. And I hope he's still watching so I could just say, Katomic, thank you very much.
Katomic. Tom Ick. It's not hard
Katomic, got it. Thanks for coming on.
Right now.
See if I give a shit. I hit 250 subs or 250 followers on TikTok. I'm famous.
Hey.
We want to thank Papa for coming on and everything else. And everybody, until we see you out on the field, it won't be Raptor Airsoft. You all stay safe.